Good morning, and welcome to the Prince Double Show. So, those of you who are joining us from all over the world, I'd like to welcome you guys. I'm gonna bring my special guest this morning is Justice Randall Clarke, all the way from Monrovia, Liberia. He's gonna be my special guest this morning. We're gonna have a 1 hour and a half conversation. Probably after 30 minutes, I'm gonna open the lines for those of you who want to ask the representative, the late Representative Errol Madison Guian, special assistant from his office. That's him. He's gonna be my special guest this morning. So we are here for the next hour and a half, and that's how we're gonna do it today. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are there, please share the show and invite other people to join in. Let us not waste a lot of time this morning and bring it on here and have this conversation with the honorable man of Monrovia, Liberia. How you doing, Justice Clarke?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Doba.
Okay.
Right now, the issue of how am I doing, I know it's a normal question to ask.
Yeah.
But I mean, frankly, I'm really devastated.
Mm-hmm.
But again, God has everything.
Yeah. We give God the glory. So, are you personally in Monrovia?
Yeah, I'm sitting in my yard in Monrovia as I speak to you.
Okay. So, I mean, we saw yesterday. Let me give you the time first to actually introduce. I know you and other people know you, but I want to give you the time to do it. To introduce yourself and tell us your position in the office of the late honorable man. So I'll give you the time.
Well, my name is Justice Randall Clarke. I'm the Chief of Office Staff in the office of the late Representative, peace be unto his ashes,
of Office Staff,
Honorable Errol Madison Guian Sr.
the late Representative.
And
Peace be
before
unto his
we came to
ashes.
power, I was his campaign manager, and I was the national chairman of the Friends of Errol Madison Guian before coming to power and becoming Chief of Office Staff.
Okay. So thank you for that introduction. And yesterday I got a video of the honorable man's remain and entering the Republic of Liberia. What time did his remain arrive in Liberia? Are you hearing me? Justice Clarke. I think something is actually not right this morning.
Clearly, yeah. So in the first place, I can get you. In the first place,
If you are hearing us in radio in on the Facebook, there please please tell us something. Give us a little star or something. If you are hearing us this morning, that's Justice Clarke, Ronald Clarke from the office of Evo Madison Graham. He's my special guest this morning. But I think there's a little problem going on with internet in Liberia. He's sitting right in his yard in or Liberia, as you say. Are you guys hearing us? We are hearing us. Please give her a little star or something so we can know. Okay, Nian said he's hearing us. So Nian, Willie, thank you very much. Justice Clarke. Man, let me put him in the back a little bit. I think something is going on with his thank you, Mr. Whitty. I think something is going on with the internet. As you all know, the internet in Liberia. So I put him in the back a little bit. I'll try to straighten it up, and then we're gonna get him up back on here. The sign of Justice Clarke is not coming. Yeah, Justice Clarke guy is sticking. His internet is kind of little bit of sticky this morning. So okay. So that Justice Clarke, the honorable man's chief of office staff is the one that you've seen out of Liberia. And let me see here. Only your voice, okay? Justice Clarke, he's trying to fix his voice, and then he's gonna join us pretty soon. We want to make this interview a very interactive one, and then maybe short one also. In a 1 hour time, we want to be done with this interview, or 1 hour and a half. So okay. So Louis Mofore, another in front of mine. So we're trying to get this sound thing straightened up so we can get the honorable man back so he can actually tell us more about what the next step will be in but we're having technical problem here from the side of the I think I gotta call him back till I come back on. But I'm trying to get him on here. That's Justice Clarke, E. Rob Madison. He's gonna tell us a lot of things. The plan, I think the burial will be February 10th. It's gonna be in Zwedru, Ranjira County, and that's the information that I'm getting here. But he's gonna give us more of what we to expect in the coming days or weeks or so. So for those of you in Facebook link, please share the show here. Please share the show. Please share the show as we wait. Justice Clarke. Okay, I think he's back. Okay, yeah. Justice Clarke, right, honorable man. What's your? Are you hearing me? Hello. Are you hearing me? Let me see here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, something going on with your phone, man. It keeps sticking, and the people not hearing you.
Yes, I can hear you loudly.
Okay, so you
I
just
can
did
hear
it.
you. I can hear you.
Okay, all right. You just introduce yourself, and we supposed to be joined by Daniel Freeman out of Philadelphia,
I
Pennsylvania.
can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's him. I said we're supposed to be joined by the.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're getting sound. We're getting sound there. We're making progress here. You know, the internet over there is kind of like very much shaky, especially time of days. I don't know why, but that's why we got it. So, Justice Clarke. Oh man, this thing. I don't know what kind of service. I don't know Lone Star cell you're using or you're using Cellcom. So he need to use Lone Star. If you're not using Lone Star, you need to get on and start using Lone Star this morning because we need to actually get information from him this morning, talking about the planning part of the burial of E. Rose Madison. His body arrived yesterday in Liberia at the Rouse International Airport, and it's now sitting at. I wanted to know. I wanted to get information from him where. I mean, a lot of information. It's not one or two information, but a lot of information from Clarke. And now Clarke Internet is giving coming up and off and on here, and now we got Clarke back. Justice Randall Clarke. I don't know what's actually going on with your internet over there, but I don't know
I
if
hope
you,
you,
I don't know
I
if you
hope
can
you
change your location.
can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you. I'm
I
hearing
think
you.
I suppose it's better now.
Yeah, but are you hearing me?
Sure, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, you just did it. You just introduced yourself. So for those of my audience that are coming, my viewers that are coming, let us start again by you introducing yourself to them, please.
Okay, my name is Justice Randall Clarke.
Hmm.
I'm the Chief of Office Staff in the Office of Honorable Era Madison Guyon, Senior. And
Yeah,
before
just say
becoming,
okay.
yeah,
Okay, that's okay.
I'm sort of setting the phone, please.
Okay.
So, as I said before, my name is Justice Clarke. I'm the Chief of Office Staff in the Office of the following Honorable Era Madison Guyon. Before becoming the Chief of Office Staff, I was the National Chairman of the Friends of Era Madison Guyon. And eventually in 2021, I became the campaign manager of Honorable Era Madison Goyon's campaign team.
Mm-hmm.
And as we won the election in 2021, he selected me among many others to serve as his chief of office staff, having sort of authority over 16 staff or staffers in his office.
Mm. Okay, that's cool. So, how's everything? Even though you just talked about the sad news, the body coming, the family there. I mean, so yesterday when his body came, the government were there representatives from the government side to receive him?
Well, before I get to that, Mr. Dober, I want to. This is a shared period of grief that we are in.
Yeah.
Honorable Goyon was not my boss man. Honorable Goyon was my father. He was my brother. Honorable Goyon was a family to me.
Hmm.
So let me, since all this happened, this is my first time being on your show.
Yeah.
So let me use this opportunity to share this moment of grief.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say anybody should have my condolence because I am as equally as grieving or hurt like any other grandchildren or any well-meaning grandchildren, to put it straight.
Hmm.
But I'm a family to Honorable Era Madison Guell. I was a family. So I want to share this, use this opportunity to say, let's be strong. Let us focus on the activities ahead. And God alone, only God can judge us.
Hmm.
And the God that we know, the God that we serve, will fight for Honorable Era Madison Guell. The God of heavens,
Hmm.
the God of vengeance, will fight for Honorable Era Madison Guell. I want to say hello to everybody who's watching. This is a difficult period, but I know we'll get through it. Thank you. To come
Okay.
to the issue of yesterday,
Yeah.
I will quickly give you an itinerary, which is the final itinerary. And as you may know, I am the liaison between the family and the government of Liberia. Though I was a family to Honorable Goyon, I am still a family to the Goyon family.
Hmm.
And given my position as the chief of office staff, I automatically became the liaison between the government of Liberia and the family. Notwithstanding, I'm a family member.
Yeah.
So, by the directive of the family headed by Mr. Christopher Guyon and Mr. Abbott Doru, um, I informed the House of Representatives on the itinerary that has to do with the chronological roadmap towards the burial of Honorable Goyo uh, in subsequent time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the mistake I made, I didn't send you the letter, but I have the letter here before me. And the letter reads, and this letter was written on December 15, 2023. And it says, Madam Margaret Sion, Chief Clerk, the Honorable House of Representatives, Capitol Building, Republic of Liberia. And the reference is itinerary roadmap to the final homegoing of Representative Aaron Madison Goyon Sr. of District Number 1, Grand Judea County. Dear Madam Clerk, I have been directed by the family of the late Honorable Aaron Madison Goyon Sr. to kindly notify the Honorable House of Representatives with the itinerary ranging from the arrival from Ghana of his mortal remains to burial. The events are as follows. December 16, 2023, arrival of the mortal remains via the Rabos International Airport. February 5, 2024, lying in state. That is, the body is going to lie in state.
Mm-hmm.
February 5, 2024, one night of wakekeeping at Honorable Goyon's residence in Duazon, Lower Maigibi County. February 6, 2024, departure to Zwedru, Grand Judea County for other rites. February 8 and 9, 2024, two nights of wakekeeping in Zwedru. February 10, 2024, funeral service to be followed by the final home going. That is, Honorable Goyon will be laid to rest after the funeral service on February 10th. February 11th, 2024, the family will have its sort of final meeting or general meeting in Zwedru. And the letter says, please accept, Madam Chief Clerk, sentiments of my highest esteem. Kind regards, Justice Randall Clarke, Chief of Office Staff, Office of Honorable Era Madison Goya. So I just try to give you an itinerary, an idea of what will happen. You
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, yeah. So that's the summary of what is expected ahead. The other issue here in my expose, as you may know, Honorable Goyon's certificate was not printed. Honorable Goyon, though he was elected with 61.39%, with over 6,500 votes margin
1 minute. You
against him.
mean that the Election Commission of the Republic of Liberia did not print a certificate for the honorable man?
Exactly. And that is very appalling. So we cannot let that to slide. While it is true that we are grieving, we have soul in our hearts right now. Um, we also have to take into consideration a certain official or diplomatic issues that must not go under the carpet. I cannot be alive to allow a certain things go on simply because Honorable Gwen is no more. So what
Mm-hmm.
I've decided to do also is to officially communicate with the National Elections Commission. I'm sure they're gonna give me a redress this week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. I don't know, but I hope they do so. And the letter which I sent to you, a copy I sent to you, maybe you'll want to read it. Or if you don't mind, I can read it right here.
You send a letter to my inbox.
Yeah, your messenger.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay, thank you. And this communication was written to the chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Madam David Brown Lasana, on the 12th of December. 2023. And
Mm-hmm.
the reference of this letter is letter of inquiry. Dear Madam Chairperson, I convey my sincere compliments and wish to make an inquiry as the Chief of Office Staff to the following representative, the Right Honorable Era Madison Goyen, Senior of District Number 1, Grand Juda County. According to the National Elections Commission's 2023 representative election result in District Number 1, Grand Juda County, Honorable Goyen won a full 6-year term of office with a total of 8,651 votes, accounting for 61.39% as an incumbent. All the same, I can seek clarification from your office as to why the institution or your institution did not print the NEC certificate for Honorable Goyon, as well as declined to reflect his name on the record on the program order as the victor of the election in District Number 1, Grand Juda County during the December 8th, 2023 certification ceremony for election winners at the Ministerial Complex in Congo Town, Monrovia. I look forward, Madam Chairperson, to hearing from you soon. Kind regards, Justice Randall Clarke, Chief of Office Staff, Office of the following representative, Era Madison Goyen. Another thing I want to bring to speed before you can
That
tell
letter
me
was written 1 minute. That letter already on the 12th, huh?
on the 12th of December.
Any email or something that she received anything from you?
Zero,
Any
zero. I
acknowledgement?
mean, as yet, I received no redress.
Go ahead.
And I'm not going to read this because it's a little bit lengthy, and it has to do with a press statement that was jointly issued by the family and the office of Honorable Era Madison Goyen. I'm sure you're on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we held this press conference on the 14th of December, and basically the press conference was intended to be in solidarity with our kinsmen, Grangians in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
non-Grangians, sympathizers of Grangida in the streets in Grangida County, who are calling for social justice for a certain Grangians arrested on
Mm-hmm.
the orders of Mr. Zoe Emmanuel Peno, that his properties were allegedly looted. You're talking about coke spoon, dishes, fan, how you might call it, I don't know, AC, and all of that, and including his unawares and all that kind of thing were looted from his house in the aftermath of the sad news that Honorable Goyle had passed. We are not against the law. The
And then
family and the office,
he also claimed that $85,000 in cash, USD.
okay. So we are not against the law. We are respecters of the law. But again, we believe that Mr. Peno is, uh, is deliberately and arrogantly filing bogus lawsuits against Grangians, because you cannot say you have suspects and then after 2 days the incident had happened, you go from house to house searching for suspects.
Oh man.
If they went to Prince Double's house, if they went to Prince Double's house and Prince Double had a fan in his room, and they assumed that the fan was taken from Mr. Peno's house, they will arrest you without a search and seizure warrant from the court. That, in its first place, is a human rights violation and is abuse of power. You know, it is far from jurisprudence. So the only thing we know is, uh, I mean, we're calling on the government, or we have called on the government. We have called on Mr. Peno. If he wants to take the law, that's fine. He's a Liberian citizen. He has the right to do that. But it should not be simply because he's doing that to distort, disturb, and disrupt our celebration of the life of the right representative Era Madison Goyan. We understand his beef, his for nothing beef with Honorable Goyan. We understand that some of that led to Honorable Goyan's unfortunate demise today. I mean, that is public perception. It is not scientific, but it is public perception. Remember, we America, the American people got something they call Corruption Perception Index, CPR. They come to your country and sample views. Once the majority view says your country officials are corrupt, the American people will say your country is corrupt. That's
Mhm.
the CPR. They call it Corruption Perception Index. So, in the case of Mr. Penu, it can also be a public perception index, you know,
Yep.
PPI, that made people to believe that Mr. Penu is complicit in the death of Mr. or the Right Honorable Errol Madison Goya. So, in order to exonerate yourself, you have to say something. You have to vindicate yourself by your actions. But the family and sympathizers of Honorable Goyon are hurt, and then you, in the face of that, you try to punch the family in the face. You try to disrupt the family celebration of his life. I mean, the man has not even gone to rest. Okay, if you're a true Grandidian, when you think about property, you should be on the mat there, sympathizing with the people and making your case that you are not complicit. But you apparently aided and abetted people who proclaim that Mr. Penu, that the right representative Errol Madison Goyen would die. He will not survive, and that there will be by election. There are people who made those comments, but you were financing those people. You were giving them motorbikes, you were giving them vehicles, you were giving them money, and they were operating at your will during the campaign. So the public is right to say you killed the man. That's not. That's when Rana City, the chairperson, the campaign chairman for our so-called rival. I don't even want to call her name. The lady right in the place that in Zwaju. A Rana City could go on the radio, and Rana City happened to be a cousin to the late representative. You will not believe that this brother went on the radio 2 different times. The first time he said he was in Monrovia, he tried to visit a hospital at which Honorable Goyon was admitted, and that Honorable Goyon was wearing pamper at the hospital, and that in his own word, if Honorable Goyon stays alive this coming until this coming Sunday, you're a coming liar. He said
So
that on the
who
radio.
is this? Who is this brother?
Randa City, who was the chairperson for this lady in Zwedru who said she was running. I know one bullet.
Watch him bully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and as far as he went as far as saying on the radio live alongside watching Bole and another fellow who I don't even remember, one Doy. You know, they sat live on the radio in Zwedru, and this same chairperson who has been financed by Mr. Zopenu was saying that Grand Juda people, you who won't vote for Era Madison Goyon. You don't waste your time because government not get money to organize by election. When you vote for Madison Goyon, he will die. So you don't waste your time. You vote for Wachem Bole. So Zoe Penno was facilitating all those things, and he never issued a press statement. He never disassociated or dissociated himself from all of those. He never distanced himself from all those statements. Whereas everybody knew that those people were operating at his orders, at his instructions. He provided vehicle for them. Okay, so how wouldn't the public accuse you of being complicit in a unfortunate, untimely, and life-shattering demise of a great man as Honorable Aaron Madison Goya? Why? All fingers will point to you. In fact, you pointed all fingers to yourself before people could point fingers to you. So I'm just saying that I'm trying to re-emphasize the fact that we stand with those who are calling for social justice and the release of our kinsmen, about 6 of them so far that I know of, in Zwaju, they must be released. There is no iota of evidence to hold these people in jail on the orders of Zopenu because Zopenu is sending mobile money to some few people there. This is something we've been knowing since 2006. He has been manipulating our democracy, which is unfortunate. That's why Justice Clarke, continue to stand by him. Okay, yes, I'm a Bower man. My mother is from Babla Town. My grandmother is from Zai Town. My biological father is from Neo Point. I happen to grow up with my mother. But even if my brother tries to do the wrong thing in society, I'm not going to stand by you. I'm not going to stand by you. And I'm proud to be Bowo. I'm proud to have Bowo link. But if one Bowo man is doing bad thing, it is not all the Bowo people. Even people in Tuzon do not like how Zopeno has been carrying himself within the body politic of Grand Juda County. So I want to emphasize that we stand with the people who are carrying out the civil disobedience in Zweju. The only thing is that we are urging them to remain as peaceful as they have been in the last couple of days. There's no need for violence, but they have their constitutional, democratic, and fundamental rights to call the attention of the government of Liberia that justice be served and justice must prevail. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clarke. I just try to put an interview from the.
And before you come in, I just saw a photograph of these network elements you put on your page just now, who happen to be from this zero movement for, poverty and disdainfulness, ZPMD. I don't
It's
know why
called
you even have to
it's called
post such a
Zoe
thing.
Panel. It's called Zoe Panel Movement for Development.
No, 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 no.
You refer to it as Zero Movement. I think something is going on with the brothers internet again, but I hope he come back so we can have this discussion this morning. I just put the interview out here. This is the press conference from the ZPND, and that's Rufus Deku here. I don't know this brother in the blue name and the other guy in the back, but this guy in the blue, I don't know if he's. I've tried to read his mind, and I can't get it. He's putting out some garbage from his mouth, and Zoe's supposed to condemn these kind of people or bring his people to check. We're still mourning this brother, and we're waiting to lay this brother to rest. We don't need Granjidans being heartless and being this guy talk foolish talks. Let's be real here. And I'm gonna play certain part when the general action. He called it an era or political juvenile. I don't know what he mean by political juvenile to Zoe Panel. The man was a learned man. The man spoke for his people. I don't know. Can he point? They say they are Zoe Panel movement for development. I want to know the development that Zoe have taken to Grand Jira County that we can go and actually see this development. Was he involved into opening feeders roads? Was he involved into even the two zone that he's from and the ball belt that he's from, putting schools down that people can go to and say this is the elementary or junior high school that's so. What are the development? What are the development? These guys are actually moving around in Morovia, claiming to be development people. Yeah, hello. Yeah, so I actually want to know the development that these guys are moving around with in Morovia there. Because I was shocked. I was surprised that these guys would go have a press conference. The first thing they're having a press conference to send barbecue to a restaurant where people go and eat. Noise beyond the place. They're not stable. They're not composed. And they just spewing off things. It's like they are having a fight with someone. Instead of them justifying or explaining to the people that the allegation against them to speak to those allegations, they are like on a battlefront. You know, they are really like on a battlefront where you can actually see them fighting up. I don't know who to fighting, but let us play it a little bit, and while we wait for the honorable man to join us.
You went to the court and the court said you are right to set people property ablaze. Mind you, we are speaking as a citizen of Benjamin County. Even though we are under the ambient of the ZPMD, but we are citizens of Benjamin County. So if you say Une of Peno, then is the traditional council that told the people to arrest those that are in jail, or the lady who allegedly escaped and went to Ivory Coast, or property have been vandalized. Is she the one that told the people to arrest? No, the law is the law. When you commit Let me tell you today, arson is a first-degree felony. It's non-bailable offense. So when state actors, try to mount the pulpit and get involved into that liquor corresponding, you don't obstruct justice. So we are asking the court to expedite the process so that those who be perpetrator can be prosecuted and be laid to legal rest as they relate to the law. Due process is sacrosanct to democratic law. So at this time, the Madam ZPMD, press conference, the fourth edition, we are here to say you are wholeheartedly welcome to our mothers, our dads who are in Grand Union County, brothers and sisters. You have the right to get in the street, but you don't have the right to honor my freedom of movement. So this time, that's how it ends. And so we'll be taking questions from everywhere. We'll be taking 10 questions, 2 questions from Smart Radio, 2 questions from Top FM, 2 questions from the Labrador Radio, and 3 questions from Top FM because personally is on the radio in Grand Union County. So any question that you have, make sure that your question should be in conformity to what we have said. Their question being now. Thank you very much.
Yes, my name is Gibson G. There's this concern.
And so, folks, I just listened to the press conference.
Honorable Pennon's name is always involved with these kinds of allegations. Especially, I listened to the chairman, reaching from 2011, from the late Otis Jolo's case to Assis Kai to Era Madison Grion. Why is those name always in the kind of a situation, especially in Grand Union County? That's the first question. Okay. Then the second question is the family.
Please pay keen attention to the response he's going to give. The question that was asked: why is it that Zoe's name always popping out when it comes those kind of not even good thing, evil things? So listen to his response. Just pay keen attention and listen to his response. I got Justice Clarke back here. Justice Clarke, your internet, you're giving trouble over there. Where they Lone Star got it? They didn't know that you're sort of
actually, I thought my phone was charging, but unfortunately, I didn't know the thing did not connect. So now it's charging. I'm sorry for the break.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to ask questions, or you can elaborate on this interview. It's important I will play this interview because these guys are the direct face of Zoe movement. So when they speak to me, I believe that Zoe speaking through these guys. The question that the journalist asked him, I think Pinch or Punch journalist, why is it that Zoe name is always mentioned in this kind of thing? Not something development wise or something evil things. Man, evil things. So I just want you to pay keen attention because we're going to be discussing this kind of stuff.
Go ahead.
We had a press conference yesterday, and they said, Honorable Penno is believed to be the one who have called for the arrest and subsequent, jailing of those people, about 7 persons. Even though we listen to the Lagos National Police spokesperson,
what he's saying is your press conference, Mr. Clarke, where I think in your press conference, what you said, the arrest that is going on in Grand Union County, the Honorable Zoe Penno have a hand in it. His hands is, in that arrest, he's the one calling the shot and giving the police the direction or whatever the order to arrest the citizens in Grand Union County. That's the second question from the guy, the journalist. And the guy in the earpiece is Rufus Deku, but the guy in the blue,
that they were arrested based on the crime they've committed of vandalization. So what is the stance of the same PMD in relation to the allegation that your chief patron is the one that had these people arrested in jail in the county?
Okay, thank you very much. Let's respond to the 2 questions, then I think my chairman will respond to the others. I told you previously that Senator Penno is a political giant. So the first thing, Senator Penno was paying YF fee rather. They say he was spoiling money. So people see him as a target, as a political target, and they will always bring unfounded allegations. The first thing is that why Oropeno and Honorable Ira have in common that is so bitter for which Senator Peno get in is a political juvenile. The late he and Senator Peno, they are not peer politically. So why would Senator Peno go after him? So those who are saying that Senator Peno is the one doing
You hear him? He called Ero a political juvenile. They are not peers. Logically, whoever, or I think that particular response from this brother, I don't think when it, or the Zoe people said, or even the Zoe panel, will even I think he would disagree with this guy because when they call for knowledge, Zoe panel is a little kid when it comes to knowledge, lawmaking. He sat in that place for 17 to whatever year. He don't talk in there. He's a bobo lawmaker. He goes in there and say nothing, but he comes in and call a guy who have imparted knowledge in a bunch of people, Liberians, and you call him out political juvenile. That's a shame to it.
that. They need to unloosen their face. They need to loosen their face, rather, and bring a real face, unmask themselves, so that we can know who is accusing Senator Peno. So those allegations are always being in the air. No special person. They have been politically motivated. Now, you talk about Senator Peno being the mastermind behind the arrest of those guys. Anyway, according to the family source, actually it sounds very comical and laughable on grounds that those who set the police station ablaze, who called for their arrest? Is it the police or the law? So are you telling us that the citizens of Grand Gila County are not concerned? The decent citizens of Grand Gila County are the one calling for investigation. We are not saying people should go to jail, but people should be investigated in line. We say they should be given due process in line. So Senator Peno does not close with the authority or calling for people to be arrested. It is the law of the Republic of Liberia. The laws are on the books. Arson is a felony, 4th-degree felony. So the police spokesman has said it all. Senator Peno has nothing to do with people being arrested. The law is the law. The traditional council office have been burned. So are we saying that the chiefs don't cover the arrest? No, that the law. I can see now when I slap you, slapping somebody is against the law of the state. So no one needs to tell the police that I brutalizing for which the police will arrest me. If I have right to arrest you, to slap you, it will be said in court. So let us not undermine the justice system. Let's go to the court. The court will tell. Oh, thank you very much for that question. Next question.
Thank you very much. My name is Prince Joey. I report for Smart TV. Yesterday, we followed the press conference of the family.
Come again.
Prince Joey. So yesterday, we followed the press conference of the family of the late Honorable Ira Malisi Gwen. And they, in the press conference, they made mention that since the incident occurred, the friends or the office of Honorable Zoe Mandapeni have not reached to the family yet. If yes, why?
Okay. The laws of Honorable Madison Gwen, like we say, it shouldn't be police SARS. The laws of Honorable Madison Gwen, like we say, it should not be police SARS. His laws and our laws, because the ZPMD also believe they are coincidental. Because we lost one of our strong persons from Dubai, Frank Toby, is a cousin to Senator Peno. And so recently we have been laid to rest. So we are still on the mat. The ZPMD also believe. But wishing to the bereaved family, there's no time bound. If necessary, we'll reach there. So the ZPMD is still bereaved. Remember, the ZPMD got the largest portion of Chen district. They will give from before going to the Senate. So the district is bereaved. As the people on the map bereaved for the loss of Iro, we ourselves we are also bereaved for the loss of Iro Madison Ground. So we are going to reach to the family. No one should politicize it. No one should tell what to do. As far as we are concerned, we are also bereaved.
The way to politicize something. So, Justice Clark, let me put these guys in the back. Justice Clark, internet again is giving problem here. I wanted him to speak to this issue that we heard from our brother.
So,
Justice Clark, you reposition yourself a little bit. Your camera
yeah,
is
yeah,
off.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
audio is very bad.
Yeah, sure. So let me see how I can readjust here.
Yeah, yeah. So let's engage you. And first of all, you want to come and be guest to speak for Zoe. You guys are Zoe mouthpiece. You can come on this thing and speak to it. But what you guys doing not helping your brother Zoe at all. Because every little thing, because Zoe guys, the press conference this guy had, they say from 2011, Zoe name been mentioning everything from even that guy was saying the roof of Deku from the how the people jealous of Zoe from 2000. What kind of people be jealous of somebody from 2011 and then you letting the same person every time? But when people are tired with you, they're tired with you when your name keep popping out. So I don't understand the jealous thing they're talking. People hate Joe, people jealous. Yeah, look for different thing to say, man. But why can I be jealous of somebody or hate somebody that I've never seen before? So, Mr. Clark,
Yes, sir.
you listen to your little bit of the thing. Have you got paid any kind of visit to the mat to of the late hero
Look,
Madison?
let me be frank with you. I'm very disappointed in you
I have to play these things for people, for my audience to see, hear how these guys are thinking.
because I
That's
mean I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this hypothetically. Okay. I mean, you as a person, I don't have problem with you, but
yeah.
bringing such people on your show, even publicizing them like that, I understand you have to do your work as a journalist. I have been a journalist for like 18 to 19 years as a
So we gotta
professional
hear from
journalist.
both. We gotta hear from both sides of the stories, man.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. But again, you know, if you look at the appearance of those people who you just play now, you will understand that those people they are those boys in Moravia who only think that they have to be hanging around politicians from hand to mouth. When they get a 10 out today, they go by, Kobo and E. Now the kind of people who you just listen to, they're not serious people. So me responding to those kind of people, I just gotta do it because of your show and because of the people in America or because of the people watching. But these people don't even worth my response. Talk less of Honorable Gwen, peace be unto his ashes. He wouldn't even respond to those people. But again, this is not propaganda. You don't call this propaganda. You can see that they still hate Honorable Gwen even in his death. They still hate Honorable Era Madison Gwen even in his death. You still hate the man. You call the man political juvenile. So how will Zopeno be envious of a political juvenile saying he's already a godfather? Think about it. Think about it. You in 12th grade, somebody in K2, then you envy them. You fighting them every day. Then check yourself. Because you are senior student, you're wearing tie already. You come in graduate. In fact, you the deuce of the you the godfather, you the deuce of the graduating class. But you still envious of the man in kindergarten who is still learning how to. You claim to be godfather, but you claim to be a senior student in school, but you still envious and you still think that this man in K2, you got to have a beef with him. Then
Mm-hmm.
check yourself. You know what? Zopeno CUS told me one day, and I had to say, Big brother, look, I really respect you, but I'm disappointed in you. He told me that, my man, your boss man, the way he came in the house here, and he not submitting to Zopeno. I said, look, you know what? I respect you, and I don't want to have this conversation with you because I respect you. I walk out of him. Who is Zopeno that a
Submitting
law
to Zoe
another
for
lawmaker
what? Is he
elect?
God or what? Why would we submit to Zoe?
I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't
Why would we
understand how to do
put
their
you
own
submit to
politics in
him?
Liberia. So all I'm trying to say is that this zero movement for poverty and destitution that you just talked to, they call themselves ZPMD, but I call them zero movement for poverty and destitution. Because if you look at from whence we have come, 2006, 2005, 6, okay? Liberia was sort of at the embryonic stage when it comes to democracy. Because if you look at 1985, when we were we were very young, 1985, there is a whole long generation that have never participated in election. 1997, it was a shanty sort of election. It was shitty. The next election was 2005. Was it a wrong thing for people of Grand Judah to elect a young man to parliament like Mr. Penu, who was just 32 years old? No, it was not a do. But again, this young man who the young people believe they printed their own shite, they did all they could to elect him at 32 years old, soon became a disaster and an embarrassment to the entire county. Why? Because he has abused power over the years, because he has monetized our democratic process in Grand Judah, because he has got involved in corruption, systemic corruption, because he has no trace of development, no infrastructure, nothing, no computer school for the youth, no real stuff, nothing you can point to since 2006. The only thing you can point to is his glass house that was, sort of broken into by people who perceived, or people who were tired with his ill will against the very people of Grand Judah. You know, so now his fear has been one, that when Honorable Goyle wins, Honorable Goyle will outshine his popularity. That's one. Two, when Honorable Goyle enters the capital, Honorable Goyle will sort of institute development programs that he has never done in the last 15 years as a lawmaker of Grand Judah. In fact, when he said to even call him lawmaker, I take a little back, because I mean, he does not have the characteristic, he does not possess that pedigree. So, but again, because of official reason, he is a lawmaker.
Yeah.
But he has been fearful that so that Honorable Gwen does not outshine his uselessness. Because I don't want to say usefulness. He has never been useful to the people of Grand Judah. So he has been fearful as well. He has been scared so that people can say, oh, era. It happened in Zweju. When the president sent for Honorable Gwen, and Mr. Penu was there, the former Senator Alfonso Gay was there, Mr. Isaac Yenamba was there. Okay, we were in a meeting with the CDC campaign team. Remember, I was the chief spokesperson of the campaign in Grand Judah. I was in that meeting. The CDC structure at the local level was there. The CDC campaign team was there. And the president, I called Honorable Goyle. I said, the president wants to see you at 11, remember? So you have to come. So when Honorable Goyle came, he entered the meeting where all of us were sat. And by 19 minutes after 11 a.m., the president sent his bodyguard to come and collect Honorable Goyle. It was during their encounter at the Tubman Palace that the Honorable Goyle received brand new pickup from the president. And because Zoe was in Tubman Palace and the president did not call him, he became very furious. He started roaming the palace. He tried to enter where President Weah and Honorable Goyle were. The security had to stop him to say, Senator, the president does not want to see you for now. He's meeting with Goyle. And he turned around. He went to the room where Finabono and the rest of the presidential entourage were having breakfast. He opened the door. And Finabono smiled and said, hello, Senator. Joe Osner. He said, no, thank you. He left from there and went on the balcony of Tubman Palace because there were jubilant CDC crowd outside. So he had a phone to his ear like this, bluffing. He thought that if the crowd had seen him, they would have shouted his name and all of that. But when he got on the balcony, he received boo from the crowd, and they were chanting pro-Goyle slogans. So he left from there, came downstairs, angrily got in a car, and zoomed away from the palace. So he, understanding that when Honorable Goyle, they thought that Honorable Goyle should not get the by-election, and we fought. You saw the people who went against Honorable Goyle. You saw all of them. And by the special grace of God, thanks to the people of Grand Jide, thanks to all of you in the diaspora, we make sure that Honorable Goyon, God first, Honorable Goyon became representative.
You know that issue again from Liberia.
They did all kinds of things to conspire against Honorable Goyon. And thankfully, there was a change in the leadership of the caucus. And with the presence of Honorable Goyon on the new leadership headed by Dr. George E.S. Bole and co-chaired by Senator A. Marshall Dennis, the Right Honorable, may so rest in peace, Honorable Goyon was the Secretary General of the caucus. And you know what that means? It means that Zopeno and the other guys who were on the caucus leadership before, they will no longer have access to the county development fund through the superintendent. Those are things that made the brother angry, because you can't have access to leadership. You will not you will not tell superintendent to make requisition, so that you can okay it with the Internal Affairs Ministry, and then the Internal Affairs Ministry approve the money when it comes. Look, Prince Double, I can share real documents with you about corruption in Grand Jide County. In past leadership, they will say this project, this thing is built in Grand Jide, and the money has been approved and paid. But when you go to Grand Jide, you don't see the infrastructure there. That's what they were jealous about going.
Oh, wow.
That's all. I can share those. Those are public. Those are documents for public record. Those are documents for public record. All right. Bogus dealings. Look at the Toa Street, which we call Broad Street in Zoaju. There's a place there that is burst. There were a lot of potholes on the two sides of the road around AG Church. Do you know in 2016 how much the county and the caucus spent on that place? And the place is still the same? $72,000.
Oh, wow.
It's on record. It's not just this class saying it. It's on record. It's on record. The money was paid and disbursed. There's another area in front of Grace Baptist Church in Zwaju. There's a little, before you get to Reverend C's house there. A place like maybe a few feet. They pay $12,000 on record for that place. So with the new composition of Honorable Goyon coming and the entire legislative caucus, is transformed, now Goyon became the target. Look, I don't care. Man has come on this earth to live one life. But we will stand for social justice. We're not going to be afraid. We will stand for equity and equality. We will continue to stand for the people of Grand Jide. And Honorable Goyon will have, he will get justice. And that justice will be given by the God that we serve. So you see those little elements coming, because they just came from eating kobo. I don't know what they call kobo in Liberia. You see that they got soaked onto their mouths. They got soaked onto their mouth. They're shy, everything looking like slappy and all of that. And then they come and say they're holding press conference to defend somebody who has never expressed remorse for all his misgivings, for all his bad dealings in our county. You came from America, you went to you must have met right at one entertainment place, and I greeted you. What is the change that you saw in Grand Jide? You're walking on the sidewalk of Grand, as you said, the bush, the snake will even strike your leg. So we are fighting for the betterment of the county. That's why God brought this man, Aaron Madison Goyon, whom we have nurtured, whom we have packaged, whom we have directed in terms of policy ideas, in terms of our contribution to making Grand Jide better. You know, I contested 2017, right? But I decided to subtotal myself to this man because I believe that my vision is embedded in his vision.
Somebody
And
are
I
even
decided
saying
to
this.
support him.
Somebody saying this guy should replace Hero.
No, I mean that's not what I'm thinking of right now.
It's
Please don't bring that to me.
It's like what's it name? Muna Penu and her chief of office staff.
No. Look, Double. I'm not even thinking about that right now. Honestly, I
Well,
have worked
are
for
you
Honorable
afraid?
Goyon diligently.
Are you
No,
afraid? Are you
I mean
gonna be
I'm
talking
not
about
going to
Joe
talk about that
again?
because if look, Zoe cannot do anything to me. But the reality I'm telling you is that first and foremost thing on my mind, as my heart is aching right now, is for Honorable Goyon to be laid to rest, be given the honor that he deserves, be given the respect that he deserves. I'm not gonna be meddling, and I'm not gonna. I don't have interest in anything right now, like what people are saying.
Well,
They have the right to say whatever they want to say.
after the honorable man is laid to rest, let people will say life must goes on. The district needs someone to represent the district. The seat will not be vacant for that long. So
I
they
don't
looking at
want to talk
Justice
about
Clarke
that.
or what?
Those who have interest.
Are there people ever call you or people ever talk to you?
If you even call
Are
me
you
on
just
that
are
subject
you
right now,
just
it's
here?
not.
Are you just hearing it from me?
I don't want to talk about that. And if anybody even dare call me on that subject right now, you will not even like what I will tell you, because my heart is aching. This is the man who and I were not like boss man or this and that. That man was my brother.
Yeah.
He was like a father. Do you know that his father died in my father's arms before reaching Tapeta 1998? That's the connection Honorable Goyama had. My father, his father, his father died in my father's arm with the blood on my father's shirt. And my father took him all the way to Moravia to him before he was embalmed and taken back to Zwelu for burial, to Bo Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Where must the state I'm in right now? I want to remain as organized as possible. The same way I used to run errand for Honorable Goyon and make things possible for him. I'm still in that state until he can be finally laid to rest in the bosom of the Almighty God. But I want to tell you for sure, people don't run propaganda based. In fact, you don't do politics based on hate. You don't do politics based on malice. You don't do politics based on prejudice. Unfortunately, the non-progressive elements in Grand Juda County, you know them better than I do, or the public knows them. They have been hitting at Honorable Goyon for nothing, and today he's no more. But his spirit will fight. God will fight for him as well. The people of Grand Juda will stand up for Honorable Goyon. Grand Juda being the one of the fierce county in terms of integrity in Liberia. Before, when they check in the counties of Liberia, they will say Grand Juda. But now, when they reach to number 5, when they reach to the last is when you get Grand Juda. And we try to fix Grand Juda. Honorable Aaron Madison Goyen has been projected. He was not perfect in his life. Nobody is perfect. But the bottom line is that he has been projected, nurtured, and managed by the people.
Mm-hmm.
And we selected him as one who will champion the cause. And people continue to fight him until today we have what it is. It is unfortunate. And I'm going to say, look, the people in Grand Juda who are in jail on the orders of Zopenu must be set free, because there's no, in fact, how can the police go to your home and search your properties without a search and seizure warrant from a competent court of jurisdiction? How? Is it part of our law? Now I listened to one of these Kobo Eater boys saying that, it was the police. Does the police go around looking for cases? Is it part of our law? Who is the complainant? Who is the complainant? They burn your house. You Prince Double. They burn your house, but you're not angry. But are the police? Who took the 2 pickers of police from Moravia? Was that the police themselves? So he's
So they
saying
had
something
two.
like,
They had to pick up load of police people from Moravia to go arrest the guys.
from Monrovia. So like the police looking for cases on their own.
Mr. Clarke, I heard the brother when he spoke. He said, "Who are those people that are accusing Joe Penno?" Because he listened to the family press conference, I think which was Thursday, Friday or Thursday. You had a press conference, and you did not accuse Joe Penno. And he said there are few people in Grand Juda, few elements that are doing it. So he didn't hear the family accusing. The spokesman from this, he said the spoke, Zold spoke. I mean, man, the spoke people from Madison side and the family never accused Zoe Penno. He said as few people in Grand Jury accusing Zoe. I wanted to know if that family ever think that Zoe is actually involved in this, as the people are saying that he gave some so-called powder called Bediepa to Joe's cousin. I mean, to Eroy's cousin to put his powder on Eroy. But I pray that Clarke come back so I can ask him those questions. I want to know. I want him to directly tell me because all we're hearing from Zoe group that no one have accused us. There's just few group of people who Zoe have beaten in Grandjire at saying all these things. And I got an audio here of Zoe in a radio station and saying. So when people are saying that Zoe, so let me play this audio here. A Zoe Penal voice.
And when you come back on the air, if you're not apologize to him, I know you'll come back and say you want to attack Sultano and we'll put the ritual war for the net more we are left for the election. So I'm coming Tuesday, when you come on the ground, so we'll see who will be in charge of the radio stations. Thank you very much. I'm giving you the party mandate. I'm following the party mandate. I'm the plan I'm following the whole person out of judgment. You can't work job for themselves. You said for CDC. CDC said we're going to carry you. You should have respected the party mandate and sat down. Instead of going that way, you went on down for the party. It means that you wouldn't put it for yourself. That means the party actuality. 2011, when I beat you, the Liberty Party, you go and tell the CDC, because you chose people are going to vote you, because you're a CDC party, okay? I beat you to your redemption. All of my friends lie on your back. You never said it's going to see it, but they will say lie. I beat you. And today again, the trouble is that you know what you'll be running for to see that the way you run it from today. But for you, you'll never get it. You'll never get it. You'll never get it. They're talking about.
You heard Zoe Penal. You will never get it. You will never get it. You will never get it. 14 Eroy Madison Gwen. That was the voice of Zoe Emmanuel Penal. It's telling Eroy Gwen on the radio that he would never. Those are people who say they wanted to hear those kind of things. We got those things from radio, from journalists in Georgia Grand Jury County. It's stuff from my friend Stephen Williams. Sent me this recording. So you heard Zoe's voice. That this man would never get it. Even though that Zoe who can go to election, when he win the election and they say, Zoe, you won this election, you are the winner, they put a hand on, he still go to the people where he win and he say, I beat you beyond redemption and you will never get it. And he's saying somebody jumping from a political party to put it. You, Zoe, you can't as independent for now you go to Unity Party, then you jump to CDC. Right now, we are speaking that you are going back to Unity Party. But you say your friend went in the party mandate. What party mandate? You were doing party mandate before you're in Grand Jury there and put over Unity Party if you did. So leave party mandate all of the things. But this is the voice of Zoe Penal. The voice of Zoe Penal actually telling Eroy going on a radio interview that he will never get it. He will never get it. He will never get it. And I'm trying to get the audio where he said they allegedly said on the radio that there will be by election that Eroy will never be certificated. I'm trying to hustle up. You know, it requires some time. They gotta dig deeper, and they will send me that recording. I will play it here. So for those that are continue to say, the one who is spraying Zoni, Lions, Festus Zion, and Nelson Gay, right? Yeah, wrote on here. He listened to the interview from his brothers that said they are the movement for Zoe Emmanuel Penal, saying those things. He listened to the journalists asking the man why Zoe keep popping up. But then Festus came ahead and said, it is me, Prince Double, who is carrying Zoe. I don't know if Festus got ear problem or he can't hear when people are talking, I think the old age is catching up with Fester. The old age will catch up with someone else. So I think Fester won't have caught him and caught him up. Because he heard a journalist in our interview where he was saying that in front of the same barbecue. Out of a old area, they want to go in front of play, they eat joke, get them money to go eat barbecue. Like where they go there, they go see the asking, they're having press conference. Yeah. So, but Fester is saying that yeah, a statement he wrote here, first, Dian Fester Zian. He said his name is always mentioned by you, Prince Double. So who are you? He did not hear the journalist asking the question to the brother. Why is it that Zoe name? Because Zoe, when Rufus was speaking first, he said for 2011 they're always making this allegation against Zoe. 2011. So the janitor asked him, why you think that from 2011 people are making these allegations? They say the only man in Grand Gila, but then Festor did not hear the janitor. He said it's Prince Double, me who in America. That me always mentioning that 2011 thing what the man talking about. Say I don't even know the other people who they said that died before the Zoni Papa. I've never heard it. The only time I start hearing Zoni that was from Chad Juru, from Bawenyi Z there arrest. Where Erin Jones said when y'all village in town, he legally arrested people. They said as old master man, he made better CRD and they were going from village to village arresting people. Whether I better who killed the police Stephen, I know Samson Penno, and then Alfred Dono, then now Rufus. I mean, yeah, and Madison Guyon. That's the only time I heard Zoe name. But for 2011, what are you talking about? Festa, when people speaking, you are a military man. You the one Samuel Doe sent to Israel to train. You came back, trying to defend Doe. You ran away with us across to the border. You know what defenders Samuel do with all the military dream cross with women. Blah muflau, you cross with the boy one of articles. So when the journalists are speaking, when people are asking questions, pay attention. The journalists ask the question. I'll play that audio again so you can hear. You know, Mr. Clarke, a goof to break these things down because some of our brothers do not understand the whole issue here. They think that people just sit here and just the journalists in Liberia, you think they don't know what's going on, they're not following the story. But yeah, first right here. He said, because the general asked the question, and I asked you, why is Zoni keep coming up in this thing? And then he said, his name is also always mentioned by me and Prince Double. What I got to do with it, mentioning it? Am I the general what came from, I know it from Punch or Pinch or whatever the radio station needs, like, bro? I don't even have connection with the man. I think you muted yourself, Mr. Clarke.
Okay, I deliberately did that, but I've omitted it.
Yeah, so my question to you before you went off, this interview, and on a lot of occasions, when Rufus came on my show shortly, I had a show last week when he came on, you're disrupting, I'll put you in the back. He said there were no allegation or accusation from the family members or even friends of Ero, close confidant, friends of Ero. The family, his office, have never made allegation. It's just ordinary Grandians that are carrying his name around. So I want to ask you now, so a guy who I think you were spokesman because I saw you reading the press release from the family that day. I got it here also. Have you ever mentioned Zoe name? That he's they call it the juju, the African sign involved in giving something to this lady to put something on Era? Have they ever come from the family members or close members of Era's family?
Not to my knowledge. The only thing I know is wish or conscious thought, like wish or soul, which is not scientific. You understand? Which you hardly prove wish. So I don't want to entangle my expose with that. But what I know for sure is that Zoe's behavior leading to the death of Honorable Guyon, his actions or inactions, his alignments speak to the fact that he must have aided and abetted something. And it was from that background that the public had perceived. I repeat that. It is from his previous inactions and actions that the grand jury public had perceived that
including
he
the family.
must, including the family, of course, that he must have hand, or he must have a hand in the untimely death of the Right Honorable Errol Madison Goyon. Anybody can say that because the actions, his actions that led to Honorable Goyon's death, people who were closely associated with him, as I said before, like one Rana City who is gallivanting in Zwedju, he was a chairman to the lady who Zoe was putting against Honorable Goyon. Okay, so if those people who he sent money, who he fed by the day, who he provided motorbikes for, who he provided a pickup truck for to do their campaign, if they are coming up to openly say that Honorable Goyon will die after the election and that there will be a by-election, and he did not come up to say, look, politics does not go that way. Though I'm supporting you guys, but this I don't appreciate another man dying. He did not say that. So he's automatically complicit. He's automatically
Well, are you as Justice Clarke? You ever heard those, or that just rumor? You ever heard
no. I
somebody
listen
saying
to
this?
I listen to those things on the radio. I personally listen to them on the radio, and the evidence is in Zwedju. People listen to them, and people even lashed this brother on the radio. So is public, is an open secret that he said. In fact, it's not a secret, that he said it. So my thing is,
But this
you
recording I
come.
just play. I don't know if you listen to the recording I just play.
No. I didn't listen to that.
I want to play it, and I want you to tell me who voice that you hear on this. Because the person
Yeah.
said you will never, never, never represent the people of Chin District.
Okay.
So I'm appealing to all of you. I think that they're not ready. And when you come back on the air, if you're not apologize to them, I know you'll come back. You say you want to attack Liberal and we'll put the ritual war. For the left, more we are left for the election. So I'm coming Tuesday, when you come on the ground, so we'll see who will be in charge of the radio stations. Thank you very much. I'm giving you the fasting mandate. I'm following the fasting mandate. I don't think you're not following the whole person out to Jasper. The chair won't job with herself. You say you're CDC. CDC said, we're going to carry you. You should have respected the fasting mandate and sit down. Instead of going that way, you went on down for the party. It means that you want to put it with yourself. Not believing the party ideology. 2011, when I beat you with the other party, you go and tell the CDC because you told them people are going to vote you because you're a CDC party. Today, I beat you to your redemption. All of my friends lie on your back. You never said it's going to see it, but they won't say it back. I beat you. And today again, the trouble is that you don't want that, you'll be running to it for the thing that the way you want it for today. But who's killing it for you? You'll never get it. You'll never get it. You'll never get it. They're talking about.
The man will never get a job he's looking for. He will never get it. He will never get it. You'll never get it. Who voices that?
Look, that was I don't even want to call him senator. I call him Mr. Peno because he was born as a man and his original title is Mr. You understand? So it's Mr. Peno. And guess what? I was in Zwedju when he did that interview. And it was because of that interview that he did on Top FM, his personalized radio in Zwedju. It was on that station he did that interview. And we don't have the luxury of time that you play the entire interview. But I remember him saying also in that interview that he beat Honorable Goyon, the political latches on his back.
It's there. He said the
He
man
said it in that interview.
Yeah, the Montego is share. He will see the political latches on his back.
Very, very good. He said that in the interview. He also went on to say, if the media war you're looking for will fight the media war. He also said that in that interview.
Yeah.
And it was because of that, I being a journalist and being the chief, political figure, next to Honorable Guyon, I decided to organize a radio program on Voice of Jide, if you remember that. It was because he talked about media war in our interview. So I said, but I cannot be a media veteran, media guru, and then one guy who does not even know how to spell his name talking about media war. That's how I staged the program on Voice of Jide in Zwaju during the campaign, and we sustained that. And we brought ordinary people to that show, and they dealt with him. In that same interview, he said, Madison Green, a poor man. Yeah, don't vote for him, a poor man. What are y'all come to him? And, you will not get nothing to get you. But when he said during their lunch, he and Soka, during their lunch in Zwaju, he said publicly that when your grandchildren people, when you come to me, Mario, when you come beg for Sonny, when I get it, I will send you to Soka. When Soka not get it, he will send you to Samuel Toy. He said it.
Yeah, I heard that.
He said it in Zwaju.
You are standing on
So
top
you
of
can-
you are standing on top or sitting or standing on top of a car.
On top of a vehicle.
Yeah, when he made that statement.
So how wouldn't, giving all of these instances, why don't you think the people, why do you think the people wouldn't have a perception that he has a hand in all the things that went on against the Right Honorable Madison Guyon? He is automatically complicit, to be real with you. Is it because, which is not scientific? Is it because of that? Huh? Is it because of that? But what about your dealings publicly? You could in America, all of y'all sitting in America over there, they hold you based on discretion. What you say from your mouth, they can hold you for that. They will trace your history. That's why you got FBI. I swear, if FBI or CIA were in Liberia, Zopeno should be handcuffed right now. But our country is just what it is, unfortunately. People abuse power. The very men who persecuted the Right Honorable Errol Madison Guyon is the very man who will charter police pick up to go to Zwaju. What kind of country we in like that? So this is not propaganda, okay? And he said he would do anything that Honorable Guyon would not be representative. Now that Honorable Guyon is representative, what does he do next? Is to eliminate the man apparently. I'm saying apparently.
Yeah.
With capital letters, apparently. Now that the man has won, the man has triumphed over every odds that he's open, over every blockade that he's open putting away. This man has triumphed by the special grace of God and with the help of the people of Grand Jide County. So now that he has triumphed, what do you do next? To eliminate him apparently? Apparently to eliminate him? Then you got a bunch of boys who washing dishes in his yard because they want to eat in Moravia every day. They have no profession. They have no career. Nothing. They want to live in Moravia because of mobile money. They hail politics. I have never hailed a politician. Never. The first time I participated in politics, I was a candidate. The singular reason why I supported the Right Honorable Errol Madison Guyon is because we share the same philosophy. And he's an elderly person. He can bore me. And the relationship with his father and my father, his father was my father's driver. Do you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Honorable Guyon's father was my father's driver, but they were best of friends. And during the debate, 2017, God just spoke to me. I would have disrespected Honorable Guyon in that debate. The only people I expected in the debate was Mr. Penu and Rana City because they had real stain on them, and I wanted to deal with them in a debate. 13 candidates also, 12 or 13 candidates. Only Mr. Honorable Guyon and myself appeared at the John Colley debate. And when I took the stage, first, because of the alphabetical arrangement of our names, I took the stage first. And when I took the stage, a lot of people thought I would denigrate Mr. Guyon or Honorable Guyon, may his soul rest in peace. But they were stunned. They were surprised that I said to the public, I mean, the crowd, my supporters, everybody was there. And I said, look, I'm not here to debate with this man behind me. I wish, John Colley, you would change the nomenclature of this program from debate to, okay, you can tell your people what you can do. Because I cannot debate with this man who I see as a father figure. That was my word. People in Israel, know this today. And at that same moment, I refer to Honorable Goyon as a mentor that I cannot debate with him. The people I expected to be there were the, I'm sorry to say, shit for brain of a senator like Zopenu and Rana City. I wanted them to be there. They were my main reason of going to that debate now. Now, Mr. Goyon may so rest in peace. And from that day, after we lost the election, and I mean, there were some shenanigans played out, and Zoe got re-elected. However, Mr. Goyon called me and said, "Look, who born you?" When I called my father, he said, "Wow, your father and my father, they were friends. My father was older than your father, but my father was your father's driver. And my father died in your father's arms before Tapeta, before they could reach Tapeta. When my father was being brought to Moruga to me by your father, and he lost, I mean, they lost him on a highway. And when his father died, I mean, my father took the remains of Honorable Goyon's father to Morovia, where all the other processes were done before taking the body back to Port Wayne in Grand Jude for burial. So that's the attachment Honorable Goyon and myself have had, and that's the attachment I currently have with all his siblings, all his children. That's the feeling in my heart. I don't see them as strangers, I see them as family. But you come, you chase this man, you do all sort of things. In fact, you plant people in his mix to cause confusion between he and myself. I have been battling with that. All kinds of people he planted on this man. All kinds of people. All kinds of people. To the extent that sometimes I get angry. You know, I'm just saying to you that Honorable Goyon he will get justice. I'm not a good singer, but there's this Rastafarian who said you can't fool everybody. You can fool somebody maybe one time, but you can't fool everybody every time. I mean, you know the lyrics better than me, okay? But I'm just saying that Honorable Goyon will get justice. Honorable Goyon will fight. God in heaven will fight for Honorable Goyon as we are grieving today. Anybody who must have had links to the death of Honorable Goyon that is pinning us today, that person will suffer the wrath of God.
So, Mr. Clarke, with all this word on battle word or whatever you call it, battle cry, what we're getting from the movement, being tough, being standing the ground. If Joe tomorrow comes to the mat, will you guys allow him, open your hands and allow him on the mat?
That is left with the discretion of the family. But as for the office, he's not welcome.
But the honorable man body remain will be at the Capitol building at certain time, and Joe is one of those senator, and I think his colleagues will call him in there. Will you approve that he go in there to while he's at the Capitol? Now, when he goes to the Capitol, it's in the government hand there.
As the chief of office staff, I do not welcome him there. Let me be clear with that. None of my staffers will welcome Zopenu to the ceremony of lying in state of the remains of Honorable Goyon. Again, the family is the highest decision maker.
We're gonna wait for Justice Clarke again. He's gonna come back on. Justice Clarke gonna come back on here. And, thank you, brother. That was my next question. Oh, that was pressure there. I think I asked the question pressure wanted to ask so she can relax. And we want to know if the family members, let's say Joe get in his car tomorrow and go to the mat and go sit, go sympathize with the people. Clarke said he left with the family members to allow that. But we all know that the lawmaker remain will be at the Capitol building where the state will go and view. I mean, the lawmaker, the college. Clarke also said that he's not going to approve it. I don't know if the Senate or the representative will adhere by his what he order or his whatever saying to say, Mr. Zoe Penal, the people don't want you here. I don't know how that go. I don't know. I'll wrap my head around it. But well, I mean, we listened to Zoe interview with one of the rest. You want to make the radio battlefield? It's in a battlefield mind all the time. What are you even win? He said he got political latches on the man back. You already read audio. This brother here, and even though the man is dead, laying there in one of those funeral homes, so it's still he and boys are still fighting. He and boys are still they are still there. Who go, they are still fighting. That's what they are still fighting. What did I do again? No, I don't want it this way. Make a minimal stream. He and boys are still fighting this. So they play this little bit. You listen to these guys, especially the guy in the blue is very arrogant. I think he's an arrogant guy.
So we also following Facebook posts and other media outlet that citizens from Chian district to be precise are saying that Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Penny will not going to grant you that anytime soon. In fact, they will stop it. What can you say to that?
They are saying that Senator Penny will not go grant anytime soon. Remember, Senator Penny is not community chairman. He's a senator, sitting senator of Grangire County. Even I Edward Joe Bangao under Article 13, I have the right to the freedom of movement. So no one can obstruct a sitting senator from entering his county. So a Senator Penn will be going to Grangire County, will be publicly announced. We believe, bro, let me tell you today, they alone get monopoly or violence. It's just that we are senator, we are decent people, so we believe in the law. So anything that they will do that will undermine the law will take court. But no one can stop Senator Penn from going to Grangire County.
So thank you so much. My name is Archie Bourne, and I report for Today Labrador Television. I have so many concerns, but it will be just to two, which are major concern from my end. One has to do with allegations that Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Penu has been rendering threatening remarks on the lives of the late Honorable Ira Madison Guillaume. Reference was in the 2020 by-election when Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Penu publicly appeared on the Top FM radio and said that all a dead body, common Labrador saying that all a dead body will be alive for Honorable Ira Madison Guillaume to become represented. If he becomes represented, there will be a means of fighting. These are allegations that prompting the actions of citizens in the country. So how can you respond? What are saying to this allegation?
So you gotta go back and do your research because in 2020 the by-election or the May 10 election was held in December. So by-election had not been created. Why would Senator Penno made that statement? So you gotta go back and do that research. Thank you.
And my next question has to do with the fact that there have been speculation as well that almost Zoe Emmanuel Penu has getting information from the people of Tuzon that they are going to retaliate in or respond to the recent situation of mob violence against the property.
We are decent often, we don't respond to speculation. So the people of Tuzon, they are under the ambient of the justice system of the Republic of Liberia. Senator Penno Horse, a house and other houses in Grangire County were being vandalized and set ablaze. I think tomorrow we make it, no, okay, they want Tuesday, make it 1 week. So the people of Tuzon are react, they feel reacting. No reaction from Tuzon, only the law. You see Tuzon people when the law starts. Thank you very much.
Just last, please, very concerned. Again, my name is Gibson of Porsche FM. You continue to say you are decent. Does it think taking telling you that you are decent? It is an insult to other folks who you think they are not indecent. Because it is an insult to other people.
When we talk about decency, we talk about being law abiding. Those who set people property ablaze, they are not decent. We got no decent person to go point house. So for all we follow the law. And then when we follow the law, They are decent. Whenever someone speaks, they speak from a context. I speak from the context of the justice system. For the fact that we don't react, we got people in Grand County, we got support base, and property are being set ablaze and vandalized. Up to present, no reaction. It's a decency. Thank you.
Lastly, from my end, please. What do you have to say to people who are currently on the street, many in the justice system to follow on the death of freedom license?
You talk about justice and doing follow. What do you mean by that?
Like somebody, like we said, people got hands in the death of freedom license. So they are believing that the justice system, families that they can't justice with freedom license.
So what we can,
They are calling for terror execution.
yeah. So what we can do now, if somebody believes that I, Edward Joe Manga, committed the act, he can provide evidence to the court. I'll go there.
So lastly, from my end, I'm begging you, there's a concern from the traditional women of Grand Juliet County that despite this process have been in so many allegations of traditional acts, they are saying if Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Penu claims that he has no hands in the death of Honorable Iwa Martin Guillaume, he should be willing to go traditional, meaning he should go to the local Sasewu. Can you give a say on this?
You talk about tribal Odin. Tribal Odin, right? Is counterproductive, is anti, constitutional of the Republic of Liberia. But when you talk about traditional women, what do you mean? Is it Ozuro group or what? Go on, now listen to it. So are the traditional women accusing their senator of committing the act? What you saying? Oh, you are getting it. But it's not reached an panel yet, so we can speak to that.
Yes, Clarke.
Mr. Double, I'm here.
You listen to the question the guys asked. These are the same question we continue to ask. But I think the brothers they're being evasive. They're not answering the questions. Now they especially we were actually talking about the senator going to these programs like visiting the home of E. Rob Madison. Where you actually said you left with the family to decide that one. But so a guy who worked in the office of the senator, the representative. I mean, you're not going to allow that. And now also I talked about when they and the body of the senator goes, the representative goes to the Capitol. If your office will allow the senator to go in there, you're going to write his colleagues and write the pro tem and tell them that or I mean the speaker or the deputy speaker that you do not want. So
I don't need to write a formal communication to that effect. Okay, so all I need to do is to inform the chief clerk that this is the will of Honorable Goyon, and this is what the office expires as well. That the quote unquote senator does not go there, and maybe other people too will be designated not to go there. I mean, you will get to know. But again, this is our view as staffers in the office of the fallen representative. Peace be unto his ashes. But entirely it rests with the family because the family is the highest decision-making body over the
mhm,
office right now, as things stand.
mhm,
I mean, the office is there as a body to sort of buttress or say initiate other activities at the level of the government, which we have been doing. Though it's not an easy thing to do, but we have stood tall to make sure that our boss man, our father, gets the funeral rites or the honor befitting of a statesman that which he was. So, I mean, I can tell you for sure the family has a discretion to make when it comes to that quote unquote senator being there and other figures who they deem not necessary to be at any ceremony that relates to
so
the
it's just not
celebration.
it just as you speak. It's not only just the speaker. I mean the senator. That a lot of people surrounding him too, or people that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, once the family designates certain people not to attend, we will honor that and will enforce that. We will enforce that as the office of Omogoyan. We will enforce that. So, I mean, look, let me be clear with you. The chairperson of the caucus, Representative Dr. George Bolin, and the co-chair, the Honorable Senator Albert Marshall Dennis, they have been to the bereavement place there in Duazon. They have visited it with the family. They have empathized. They have sympathized with the family. They have done some work
How
at
about
the
how about
level
how
of the
about Ellis,
caucus.
how about Representative Grant?
Look, let's talk about serious issues. And I
No, I
mean, I
want to
don't want to
know if
dwell.
they've gone to the
He
this
has
the,
never been
this the,
there.
yeah,
He
okay, yeah.
has never been there. If that is if that is the answer you want, I can tell you
Yeah.
for real, he has never been there.
Okay.
And he has his own reason. I don't know, but the family is discreet as to those things, you know. But a fellow lawmaker from the same county does,
Mm-hmm.
and then I, being another representative or senator or whoever, I don't go there. The last time I checked, the minister of gender, who is the daughter of Grand Judah County, the Honorable William Etta Piso Sedita,
Mm-hmm.
visited with the family. She was in Dubai. By the time she came the next day, she went there. You know, she identified with the family as appropriately as a Granadian should do. She even helped to coordinate certain things. She helped to speak with the justice minister, the county attorney, as to the way forward relative to the Granadians who's open up in jail. She made some initial contributions on the mat. I think if I can remember some figures that I don't want to call. Okay, and she also ensured that as we were going for the mortal remains of Honorable Goran yesterday, she made sure that there was a police escort. That's what a Granadian of good character or good standing would do. You understand? So other people have been going there. Other good Granadians have been going there, and they have been doing different things uh, to facilitate the activities on the mat there with the family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mean, I don't want to speak to those who have not gone there because they have their own reason, and the family know the sort of people who they don't want around, and that is left with the family to decide. Because at this point where we have lost our father, the family takes preeminence over everything that we do as an office.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Clarke. That's Justice Randall Clarke from the office of the late Honorable E. Roy Madison Graham. We are just in a conversation with him, getting some information, providing some information, some allegations, some things that the public need to know. So, so who's going to facilitate the honorable man body going down to Ranjita? His family or the government? Justice Clark, like his thing froze again. I want to know if the government going to be the one that going to take his body, or the family going to be the one that going to foot the bill. And but he internet keep going back and forth. We understand that. The other person let him come. Who resigned? I don't know who you're talking about. I resigned. Jake Turner. You say someone who? Why did he resign? I don't know who resigned. So we listen to the interview of Zoe Brothers, Zoe movement, the Zoe panel movement for development. I was supposed to have these guys on Friday. I mean on Saturday, which was yesterday, but they told me that they were because of the body of the honorable man was it entered the country yesterday, so we have to postpone it. I will talk to them again and see what date they're going to be available. The movement for Zoe panel development that is actually led by Rufus Deku. So Deku going to be here with me, and we're going to, I mean, go deep in this allegation against the lawmaker, our law senator, their leader, their movement leader. But the journalists, I like the questions they ask, and but the response from these guys was just a little bit flopsy, and they were just speaking to the wherever they get the questions, and get the question moving and get them passing by it wherever. But that's it. I see here. Okay, Gandhi Schwarze is a statement, so therefore will be the government. I see here Jackson Toa. He said he wants to speak to the issue. So Jackson Toa, I think I can send a link to Jackson Toa because I think the brother, I mean, he's gone. So maybe for the next 30 minutes or so, we can just discuss the interview. But if let me see, Jackson Tour. I've been knowing Jackson Tour. My first time seeing Jackson Tour was in Iowa Demo 2007 from the how you call it, Henry Glay and what a pop name man. Pay Dennis election. Jackson Tour. Let me see. See when come on. Jackson Z Tour. Okay. I sent a link also to Daniel Freeman, but he didn't come on. So I think I don't know if Clarke gonna come back again, but Clarke have given us a lot of information. His connection with Ero, he was in a competition or some election with Ero back in the day when he went to debate. And he said he could not debate this man because this man, I mean, was his mentor or sort of whatever. So he said he don't want to debate the man. Jackson Tour, I just sent a link to you. Sylvester Cry. Can you please send me the link? But man, y'all won't come here again. Toy buddy. They my crime better than yeah. They gotta get brains. So when they want come, we can bring them on. We'll bring them on. Sylvester Cry. Okay, I send a link to you, Cry. Look in your inbox. Please send me the link, Mr. Double. That's Renee. My goodness, who will not send a link to their president? That one you're like that woman that my Kunebo president. Kunebo Association in the United States, Madam Whitty, out of Mason Nine, and she get vet, but she will still understand it. The time when she was born, Kunabo over there, who said that Nina, what it was, then get you that he can't say it, so it confusing me. So I just sent a link to Jackson Tour, to Sylvester. Mm, oh, it did not go to Jackson Tour. The link did not go to Jackson Tour. What's going on, Jackson Tour? Jackson Tour. Pressure you want a link to? I was sending you the link, even though you were sort of be in Iowa, but you didn't come. But I forgave you. Seriously, you were forgived. So I sent a link to Pressure. Zilly. I sent a link to Pressure Zilly, Madam Whitty, Jackson Tour, Mr. Cry. You get a link, punch in, and come in. Then we'll talk about what we're going to talk about now. Y'all got 30 minutes with me. I think the Justice Clarke His 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 phone internet gave him problem, so he this is Sunday, and we here for final Donjo. So you'll get a link, you'll come on a little chat. Jackson Tour. Jackson Tour guy. Back in the day when you're talking, you all run away. According Jackson Tour now. But I'm with you. I don't know if you're back in the US. But if you, Mr. Tour,
Hi, Prince.
I send you the link.
Yes, I just got it.
Yeah. Okay. You click on it and follow the instruction.
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay, do that. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on here. The family. What is it going on? When I send a link, then you don't get it? I sent a link to. Oh, okay. I think I got. I think Jackson to is here. When we come by here, we just need to be safe or all. Mr. Clarke, a lot of Nigerians want to come ask you question.
It's okay.
Send a
It's
link.
okay.
Send a link. Some of them, I don't know if you know them, but some of them know you. The
Well, I wish they're
Kunebo,
watching.
the Kunebo president, the Mose P. Harris, former chair lady, Jackson Toa, Sylvester Cry. The only person we asked for the ladies are Dixie Nimbo. Her name is too high for me to for me. So, Mister, we just talked about the other Granadians lawmaker visiting the mat. You know,
Sure,
traditionally, I went on the
sure.
mat too. Yeah, the Guyana's little sister, B Guyana, they got a mat at her place. I was there. I came in town. I'm in Iowa, Demore, but when I got here, I went to the mat
Yeah. So
to
let
show
me
me
just. I
to
would like
show
to
me
end my
respect.
thought. I would like
Yeah,
to
go
end
ahead.
my. I would like to end my thoughts on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Many thanks also to the senator elect, the Honorable Thomas Yaya Nimle. He was there to see the family. You know, he briefed the family on some of the activities in Zwaju when he was there, and it was. I was also. I mean, he made some contributions to the people when he went there, which is very much appreciated. The representative elect of Konabo District, which is District number 2, the Honorable Marie Johnson was also there. She sympathized with the people, and she made some initial contributions to this, the maintenance of the mat. I mean, maintenance. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Thanks also to the representative elect of District number 3, the Honorable Jacob DB. He has been there a couple of times. I also learned that Representative Poor, Emmanuel Poor, if I'm getting the name correct, from River G District number 1, who happens to have Konabo links. He was also there, though I didn't meet him there, but I learned that he went there.
yeah, you got the news.
So yeah, so that was very good on their parts. And from time to time, some prominent Granadians, like Representative Bole was there, you know, and I mean, this is something that once the other group of Granadians or a particular Granadian is struck with this sort of sadness, All of us in our right mind must see how we can identify with those people to console them. But to see somebody sort of happy and you send your attack dogs to further demonstrate hate for the dead, this is very preposterous. And that's where I have problem with Mr. Zopino and his boys and his thoughts. This is where my problem is. He's not sympathetic. He's not empathetic. They are happy. If you see some of them, they on Facebook jubilating, dancing, playing crowd music. A Grandidian is dead yet. How can you be mocking the family? How can you be even mocking someone who is dead? Now that you hated the man until the man dead, and you still insulting the man in his death as political juvenile, does that make sense to any Grandidian? But again, we are cautioning our people to remain civil, to remain peaceful. They have their rights to have sit-ins as according to our laws, but we cannot be intimidated by somebody who is bent on abusing office or abusing power. We will not allow that. We will not allow that. The law must take its course, but the law itself should not allow itself to be bent. That's where my problem comes with the police in Zwaju. The police or the courts cannot go about looking for cases. No, no. There must be somebody who will be injured. Now, when you go in court now, that the policeman will be the private prosecutor. Can police be private prosecutor?
No.
In court,
Let us bring this brother and hear what he got. Maybe he got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Tua.
Thank you, Prince, for having me on your show.
You're welcome, sir.
I know Euro Madison Guion is dead and gone. But let me say, the young man on your show, and thank God we met. Finally, we get to meet in person on camera. He's an embodiment of a decent Grandidians. His name, Justin Clarke. I know I met, the only close relative I have met to him is somewhere in Iowa. And Ira and I, we talk a lot. Many of you on this show tonight, listening, we got to know Ira Madison Green. And this how the story come about. Our husband, born, grew up, never went to Grand Gita. I have spent all of my life in Morovia. When the war was coming, the missionaries I was living with, they said, look, they're looking for crown people, so I will give you money to run away. Vonjaman is right on the borderline. So I ran away to cross into Guinea. I went into Ivory Coast, couldn't speak French. I was so frustrated. I was like, I'm going back to Liberia. Got back to Liberia. I met Ira Madison Guion and my brothers, many of them today some of them in Zwedru, some in Morovia, and other places. I know they listen tonight. So every time Ira have the little, shop where all of them will go to be arguing, and then when they put to the patio, then everybody run to the mansion. And that's how I met Ira. His little son, Michael, in Minnesota, I believe. Because the last time we talked, he said, Jackson, you know that little Michael that was born in your hand? I said, Michael, he said, yeah. I said, and Michael probably going into a area or I don't know, 30s or, middle 30s or something now. But what I want to say to you, Prince, is that Justin Clarke and others, I appreciate you people. When one Grandidian can push one person up, you, Justin Clarke, you will say, oh, but Ira can take me from here there. Jackson, when I met Ira, he was my older brothers. And because he knew my family, he knew my brothers from the 12th Street. They were on, let's say, on the 12th Street, 14th Street belt. We all grew up there. And I said to him, I said, Ira, why all the time, when they say fighting, all the crime people can't just be labeled with this. So you graduated from the University of Liberia with a degree in English and literature. And when people say they graduated, I just graduate. If you have met, I don't know how many of you really met him, like Justin and other people. He said 4 bright students. And the only person who may probably understand this would be Justin Clarke and those of my alumnus now listening. Now, Jacob, the B who just been elected and others, and we have Ira Madison Graham student. We call ourselves the first batch. I told Ira, I said, I will get you a job. Forget about our AFL thing. So we went and I introduced him. At the time we were in Mamba Point, I introduced him to this guy. Ira became our first principal. And when Ira got over there, St. Patrick, the highest learning institution of in Monrovia, Cathedral, and all these institutions, the Kelly institution was kind of going down by standard, and people were sending their children to the Lane Miller and others. And I think Prince Double will have a little hint about that on this show, the very man who get a show. So I just want you to know that. So I brought Ira up and introduced him to then this man called Captain, and later on he became Colonel Knightley. And I said, look, this is my brother. And we decided to take him as a principal. And Ira said, no, we ain't stopping there. He said, oh, so you bring me here, I got a reward. And he introduced me to a guy that was running Radio Monrovia called Charles Snander, or DC, that time was called, I don't know, DC 101 or something already. I don't know, but you know, it been all these long years. But you can find it out from Alfonso Zion from Carter Center now. Alfonso Zion, myself, and Alfonso Zion was what? He has come from Tottenham High and other audience to me at the YMCA. But I'm saying these things to tell you when people know people close, and when people talking about it, just sit down. But before he died recently, we were having a conversation. And he said something unique to me. He said, Jackson? And I said, yes. He said, I learned about your brother death. I said, Paul? He said, yes. I said, but you know how many times I've been trying to hold Paul from Grand Union? He said, but why you were holding Paul from Grand Union? You're not holding me from that. I said, but you went represent Paul. We joke about that. And Paul used to be a magistrate in Zwedru. What I'm trying to say in a nutshell, we as Grandidians, until we can understand that, look, they used to look at all, we were, Samuel Doe, only putting her in the army, we no longer going to the army. We get young people now coming. Look at it, this guy coming. I told Henry Glade, my brother-in-law, I was telling him a few days ago. I said, do you listen to that kid? He said, who? I said, on Spoon T or on Spoon TV. And we were, what I'm trying to say is, I said, he need Diamond Snaga. I said, Snaga, and Edgar Snaga. So he said, well, I said, I don't know which one of the Snaga. I said, but the fact is, I said, look at that kid English. The same thing I'm saying to you, Double, or you, Prince Double today, Justin Clarke. He right here. I never met him before. He don't know me. Two are all right here on the TV here. But I was about 1970. I spent my whole life in Lofa. And when people talking, oh, crime people, then you think I don't, you know how much when you see a crime man so articulate, He comes, he make a point, he tells you, I'm happy. So I already moved my brain from the 80s to the 90s. We are already into a new generation. I'm proud of my people. Eroy is dead and gone. What I want to say to our people in Zwedru and other places, we have been here. We have been agitating for a peaceful society. I will not tell anybody that I endorse anybody going and doing A, B, or C, but this is the point. We said to our people before, when a man is threatened, when the man feel insecure, he can respond into our cultural manner. And let me try to break that down into the setting for you, Prince Double, to be able to explain to our audience. Zopenu. When I was telling people here, they may go to Arabi Richardson. He now gets 6th grade car. I can show you my own. If you tell me right now, where we talking here, I can dig in my file right now. I can give you my 12. In fact, you bring double, you my own waste. I don't even gotta go. I don't gotta go through all this stuff. I can show you my 12th grade car. I will say Eroy Madison. It tell you that Jackson Towa graduated from 12th grade, right? I dare you, your senior senator, my brother, and all of I don't kind of denigrate him, but we're saying that when you do not reach the standard of being able to serve the society, you will keep threatening and do all that. And you see, Jacob B, that Madison, Jacob B, your guy later. He myself graduated as Setana Pavilion, 1995-96. We are the same graduate. But I can tell you now, who tell Jacob B say, you know, right? They said, no, go over there. Hey, Uncle Christopher B, when he kind of they were beating drum, I get it almost more money. I said, please get to the drum beater, then let it go. I don't want nobody to know that I crime man. So when any war started, nobody more come to sing call you can't kill me. And we joke about that. Jacob B is now in the House of Representatives. But we have to say these things for our people to know. Eroy was a decent man, an embodiment of grand leader. That's the kind of man. Well, I don't want to know what they want to say. They want my very self, yeah. My very self, yeah. My sister say development can go to my town to what town. My sister, honey, my daughter, I want you to hear it clear. So you can't say the man gossiping. Development can go to Towa town because every day I tell so open who say in 5th grade. I say, yeah, in 5th grade, you can't. And I make it very clear. Robert O'Neill and all these boys that run the road, Robert O'Neill, when I left Vonjuma Multilateral and went to Swedru Multilateral, I was a news reporter with Teresa Eugene. Teresa Eugene, I learned she in Maryland or something. Robert Eugene in Monrovia, still running media institutions. When people are trained to do certain things, they are trained to do that. Why am I proud of this young man? I'm proud. Email of a, and you see email, or how you call it, Eroy. The man here representing the office, articulating the message of what. That's when he talking, I say, yes, that's Eroy went right there. From Salvation Army to Ghana, the refugee camp where he represented, and all of these people, listen to the message. He's articulating the message. I am not here to run any propaganda against Zoe or this or that. No, they will get it wrong. The man you like that. Our crime people, they're not even elected the mayor. That impeachment they will do for Zoe Penu. So that's number point. I want more poor people into office based on merit. And so, Prince, I want to make it clear. I salute that demonstrated their democratic their democratic privilege, what I call democratic privilege from the West. I, however, don't endorse them saying go boys open war because they will get Jazzy to us say go boys open war. No, but if they boy well, so be it. It's all part of the process, but I do not endorse that. I'm here. I can't be going after people and trying to pull handcuffs on people's hand and chunk them behind bar and serve their time or be talking about, about a free society. And I tell you, say, go burn people's house. No, that's not what I'm saying. So, Mr. Clarke, I salute you, my brother. I know I'm older than you and other, but those of you, you have demonstrated, and that's why Era will love to hear. If nobody know Era, I know Era. I know his wife. I know his family. I know his son, little Michael in Minnesota. I will not call him little Michael again. He's grown up. When I knew he was a child, but I will call him man because he's in his 40s. But I came on here specifically to tell Prince and others that articulated the message to our people in Grand Gita that we have to be able to say, look, this is a civilized society. People have made noise all over the place. People moving people from position to position. My representative from Grand Gita said, we got Gina in the bush that can catch people. And the Bazon Post said, we will not get Gina, that you get Gina, the moving from her people got to be there. Now, they want the crime look, the champion is hard now. We have come from one point to another, but every bad thing that happened in Grand Gita, they point finger at you. Every bad thing that happened, they point finger at you. It's left our people. We have, Jerry Rowland said, we have our own shrine in our village. You can carry me today against me all the tests. I will pass my test or I will fail my test. But when you carry me to my shrine, if I commit the crime, so Jassy Towa do not. In fact, in the whole of Bazon district, I don't want this. That whole witchcraft. This. I don't want. I order the arrest of the paramount chief. They put him in jail. I order the arrest of the commissioner. The commissioner run away, Nelson Kozo, and we that go say he from the strong. I want you to go to Queenambo. That the mother can't look bubble. You're carrying to Queenambo. Let you go there. I don't believe witchcraft. Yeah, you hear me talking? I'm a Salvation Army man. I come from the Salvation Army background. I want you to go to our shrine in the village. And I support every single thing. So nobody more come here and misinterpret me. Oh, and that the man that put a commissioner in jail, how can he not believe we him believe wish now? I don't say I believe wish. I don't believe those things, but if that's what the shrine require, I want you to go to Queenambo. I don't say bubble. When you're carrying the bubble, they call we move from you're carrying the Queenambo. Let him go there. If he can't go there, then you can start the momentum. People like Justin Clarke and others can start to do the groundwork that the people will call for him, or they must recall him. They must recall him to the district. But when in a house and all this kind of thing, I believe it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But there is anything I can do. When you say recall is open today, I will be the first person to donate $2,000 a year. It means the current people ready to change. The reason we quiet, we're not talking around here. Why you want a devil, we get a devil. Now we move electricity grant from out of the way. We put just our rider from to Gallo. And I was just talking to him. I said, when you going, now I said you get more friends before. Now I said you get more friends before. I said now the enemy going to be more than the friends. And what you're laughing about that? You call him right now, he will tell you. I said it.
That legend
Thank
of the
you.
Kunabo, that legend of the Kunabo president, Madame Whitty, all the way. I think she's in Liberia. She just left from Detroit. She's in Liberia visiting her people. Madame Whitty. Hello,
Yeah,
Madame Whitty.
Mr. Dowa. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Dowa. Am I loud?
yeah. We're hearing you now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to my own brother, Mr. Justice Ronald Clark. And good evening to our honorable man I just spoke, Mr. Tua. And Mr. Dowa, to you as well. Good evening. And like you said, I'm in Liberia. So I know what's actually been going on around here. Let me just please use this medium to say my condolences to the office of our fallen hero, Mr. Gwion, and to even his family. I can remember Mr. Dover
Mhm.
before I left the state. There was one post one time that Mr. I think Eugene Fagon, right? He posted
Yeah,
that
Eugene
the
Fagon.
representative had passed.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he posted that. When some of us saw that, we were shocked, and then you went back, and then everybody was on social media. And when I listened to the vice president, to GGAD, she said, "Oh no, he did not pass." And just hearing that finally, and know those rumors that was around the corner that he has actually passed, we just want to restore our sympathy to everyone that are connected to him. Chien district is our mother district. Kunevo and Bazon, we are looking to and up to Chien district as the district number one in Grand Jide County. And so the representative that was re-elected based on his performance, I believe they did not elect Mr. Guion. They did not re-elect him just because they wanted a representative.
Yeah,
But they really elected him because of things that he promised to do, which he started doing. I follow like Mr. Clark most often when he comes to Grand Jide and have meeting with the citizen, and then he's the one that like in a backseat and allowing citizens to make decisions on things they want to be done in the district. He's not the one because he producing the money that he's telling people, let's do this, let's do this. But he's always there to listen to his people, asking to know what is it that they actually need and how should it be done. So the passing away of this man, it was early that morning when the town was very loud. Everyone was crying, every part of the radio. And we started getting call. When I got that news, I was ready down, you know. But again, there's nothing we can do once this thing happen. We just have to, find a way forward. For me, that's how I go about things. But I just want to say I'm very sorry. He passed like few weeks ago, but from yesterday live, when I saw people went at the airport, it's like he has just died. You know, this is a man that when he's traveling, people go to either escort him or if he's coming, they go to welcome him. But this time they did not welcome Gwen, but they went to receive his body. This is not what we expect as Grenadians. So we really want to use this time to say, have our sympathy to everyone. I know we are also connected, but just to those that eat with him, drink with him, sleep with him, I know they are most hurt than us. His family, there's a gap in that family that may not be covered. Like for Clark and then the rest of the guys, like Boso, those are guys that move with him. They will forever missing, regardless whether they have someone to take that position. Whatever happens, he has gone and he's gone for good. So I just want to use this time to say, take heart. And in our our bereavement, sometimes we are confused. I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. Like, there are few things he said I listened to, and there are things, decision to be made by the family. But you, as well as staff, you have a role in that. But I just want to encourage all of us. We're gonna remain as grandchildren, regardless what's happening. We're gonna remain as brothers and sisters that we see one another regardless what happens. So let us please do away with anything that's gonna bring chaos in our community, because Grangeda is the only county we have. And Mr. Double, thank you tonight for this show. And I really, like, since I've been here, I've been down since I got the information. But I
Are
just want
you
to
are you
encourage
currently
every
are
one
you
of us
currently
to
are you
reach
currently
out.
in Georgia?
And yes, I've been in Israel since I came. I'm still in Israel. Everything that happens you talk about is just right before me. And yeah, I'm in Israel. I'm right in Israel.
Oh,
Yeah. So I just want to say, take heart, everyone. Let us, ask God to bring a fruitful person that may do more than what he's doing or what he has planned to do.
okay. Thank you, Madam President. That's the president of the
Yeah.
Kunebo
Thank you so much.
Statutory District in the U.S. Mr. Clark, you have listened to your brother and sister, and let us hear from you now, Mr. Clark. I
Okay,
think it's
let
getting
me.
dark. It's getting dark to you over there.
Yeah, but I got my light on, so I know it's not as bright as I would want it to be, but I can change my location now.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me first of all say hello to Mr. Toa. I know his town. I mean nobody will be in Grand you not know Toa town. Yeah. So in fact, I have been having problems why Toa town and Zlet town are not merged. That has been my own problem. I'm sorry.
We live in a suburb.
Yeah, it's like a suburb to Zlet City. But I mean, all the same,
We never know
all,
that.
yeah, all the same is pretty a very good town. And I'm glad knowing somebody personally from there from today. I want to say thank you to Rena as well. When I knew Rena, I was in multilateral. I was in seventh grade, and she was my senior at the time. At that time, she had not taken up Willie yet. She was Rena Queer. So, I mean, I want to thank you for the work you've been doing for your community in the U.S. and back home. I mean, with respect to the Cornwall District women and Grand Jury activities, I've been following that very closely. All that you do, they may not trickle down, you know, and in a big faction, but a small faction is very impactful or can be very impactful to the people back
Mm.
home. So I want to thank all of you. As I listen to what the both of our brother and sister have said, Grand Juda County is a county of pride. Grand Juda County, once the old Accra man, I mean that itself, old Accra woman, that itself brings pride to you because I mean, I stand to be corrected. Grand Juda is the only county that has produced a purely indigenous leader of this country. You can't take that away from Grand Juda. I mean, there must have been some flaws. I mean, not everybody. No, like my boss man and my father, may his soul rest in peace, Honorable Gwen used to say, I am not sanctimonious. That is,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, that is, he's not perfect. Only God is. Only Jesus Christ is.
Yeah.
You know, we have had our downsides, but at least we all can appreciate our upsides. So I mean, I just want to emphasize that Honorable Goyo has left pain in our hearts. Yes, we are compelled to take solace, but he has left a loophole in our hearts. And my only regret is it pains me more to see
Mm.
a certain Grandians appearing to be happy over
Mhm.
his demise. This is my own frustration, you know. But again, like my grandmother used to say, "Nyo loyonjie tua mwenye uyedemu." That
Mm-hmm.
is, all of us, we have come to see the branches of the trees, the leaves of the trees to go back to where we came from. The only
Mm.
difference is that we all cannot go together. So,
Wow.
I mean, it is Era today, as Era himself used to say. Today is Alfred Donner. Tomorrow is going to be somebody from different clan or different section. It's going to be a chairman. It's going to be Kahneman. It's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
Now man. I'm a Now man. It's going to be a Bow
Mm-hmm.
man. It's going to be a Bow or Gao Mao. You name it.
Mm-hmm.
Today, it has appeared to be the very man who spewed those wise words. Today, it has got to be the very Madison Guion, peace be unto his ashes, who proclaimed
Mm-hmm.
that injustice for one is injustice for all.
For all.
It is the very Madison Guion man who, when I told Chief, in
Mm.
fact, look, let me say this. When we were on our way back from Monrovia, I
Mm.
mean from Zwaju, the very first time, I think it was in March. It was in April. It was in April, the latter days of April, when Honorable Goyon presented 50% of his salaries for 3 months, January, February, March. He did that in April.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
When he did that at City Hall, and we were on our way back, we left Zwaju on the second of March. We slept Ganta. We started coming to Monrovia on the third. I mean, not March, but April, May. On the 2nd of May, we left Georgia, and on the 3rd of May, we were on our way. We were between Ganta and Banga when we got a call that Alfred Dono, wherever he
Mm.
is today, may I mean, may glory be to God, wherever he is today, we got a call that our brother, one of the astute, integral young people in Grand Juda County, went missing in thin air.
Mm.
On Mogoy and I, we were using my vehicle. I mean, my little vehicle. At which time we left his vehicle in Monrovia. We stopped the car and we pondered over how could that possibly have happened. And when we came to Monrovia, on Mogoy had just lost his niece the very moment. So we had to continue and not go back right away. By the time he settled his little niece's funeral activities, we returned to Grand Juda. You know how we
Mm.
went to Grand Juda? I told him, I said, Chief, look, we have to go back to the county because the people look up to you. Alfred Donald may not be from Chien District, but he's a Grangidian.
Mm-hmm.
And this is somebody who has put his life on the line to make sure that the right thing was done. This is somebody who rejected corruption for integral reason, for the sake of grandchildren to do the right thing. Alfred Donald didn't care who lost, who won. He cared to do the right thing. He wouldn't even mind if Honorable Gwen had lost the election. He wouldn't mind. The fact is, he was doing the right thing. And we returned to Grand Juda. We were four on that motorbike. Honorable Gwen and the security on the bike plus the rider. I and Honorable Gwen's driver were on another bike with the rider. And Honorable
Mm-hmm.
Gwen dressed like an Italian mafia because we didn't want people to know that he was on his way back to Grand Juda on a motorbike. He had his woo on, he had his shades on, and he had a mask on. I was leading the charge, and I was saying, "Look, I'm going to Grand Juda with my office staff, and we will pass all the gates that nobody knew it was Honorable Goyon until we reached the Zwaju gate when
Mm-hmm.
he unveiled himself and spoke to the security guys who were there with respect to the Alfred Donald issue. We reached Grand Juda. Honorable Goyon did not say, "Let me go to my house to take off my clothes to find something
Mm.
to eat." No, he didn't say that. He was in his rain boots with mud all over us. The first place he went were opposite the AG Church at the Donald family's residence over there. And
Mm.
he spoke, he called for calm. He spoke with the family, the women who were crying that morning. I remember. He calmed them down and assured them that he was going to get to the bottom of what must have transpired. The next move, we went straight to the traditional council headquarters, and the chief council had gone to Niawo, and they told us to come back 3 p.m. When we went back there, is when you saw Honorable Goyo prostrated before the elders, because we believe that the elders are usually coined as elders of the land. It was based on that. Honorable Goyo laughed flat before the elders. You know what his adversaries said? They said he was inciting violence. They said he was inciting the elders. Against whom? Why are you scared when you are not? Why are you scared? You should also be in Grand Judah and doing similar thing Gwen is doing to make sure that justice is brought to the situation of Alfred Donald. When he prostrated before the elders, how did it affect you? What fish did you have to fry? That's why you saw Honorable Goyon communication in the legislature in plenary was rejected. The play politics and all of that, and it was rejected after he and I we nearly got killed in our radio studio. All of you know the story. So Honorable Goyon's legacy will live on. That's what I can assure. His legacy, it may not be Justice Clarke, it may not be you, Mr. Toa, it may not be you, Double, but you can kill Honorable Goyon, you cannot kill his vision.
Yeah.
You can kill the revolutionist, or you can kill the revolutionary, but you cannot kill the revolution. Goyon's purpose for Grand Judah was good. It was purely good. I can tell you that. He had his own misgivings and all of that, but that doesn't matter. The foremost thing that matters to Honorable Goyon is for Grand Judah County to thrive. Is for Grand Judah to be counted as a primary county in the committee of counties within Liberia. So I can
Yeah.
tell you for sure that Mr. Goyon may be no more today, but his vision, his aspiration for Grand Judah, his thoughts, his philosophy, his
Yep.
ideology
Yep.
will live on. We will remember him for the good things that he did. We will also remember him for the things that we didn't like so that we can learn from them. You can kill Goyon, but you can't kill the spirit of Goyon. What are you going to do
Thank,
about that?
thank you.
Mm. Thank you,
Prince,
Joseph. Yes, thank you, thank you. Let me not
can I
give.
say
Let me
my
not give.
closing?
Let me not give. Your one minute, Mr. Tua and Madam
I,
Woody.
yeah, I
Madam Woody is
will, and
1 minute, Mr. Tua.
again,
Mr. Tua, 1 minute.
I,
1 minute,
yeah,
Mr. Tua. Madam Woody is in Liberia. So let's talk first. Using data.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let you go ahead.
Go ahead, Madam Woody. Madam Woody.
Yeah, Mr. Dava, for me, my internet is okay, but I can just quickly speak. Yeah, if you want to. That's
Yeah,
fine.
go ahead.
Again, thank you for the affording me this opportunity. Hello, you can hear me now?
We can hear you. We are hearing
All
you.
right.
Go ahead.
No, I said thank you for yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Like I said, for me, I've been here following the entire thing that's going on, but like reaching out, publicly, to speak out. That's something I've not done because when you see the kind of momentum that is going out, sometimes it's good to let things to rest before you speak to them. But we can't just, let it slide. That's not the plan, but we just wanted at least to see that, things are coming a little bit as they are right now. But again, we just want to register our sympathy to the people of Chien District and to every other persons that are connected. We're going to be following along, and we pray that our fallen father get a befitting burial. And we may not be in Liberia here, but we'll still be following to see how best we can identify ourselves with the family before leaving Liberia anytime soon. So again, I want to say, take heart to everyone. And so we are here as one people in the county, Grand Jide County, and it's just about all of us, regardless which county I'm from, which district I'm from, and that's part I'm from. Kunabo district doesn't mean and I'm not part of Green G there. So if something like and Rana just mentioned, when we were Kunabo district yesterday, we were all in the sun and in the rain. People in Chian district did not sit down to say no. It was just about Kunabo district. And even Kunabo district, if you check in the district, we got 4 sessions. None of these sessions sat down to say no, it's not about trouble, it's not about Glio Putu. But every other persons were in the sun and in the rain. I was not in Liberia at the time, but we could follow everything on social media. So it's the same today. Yesterday was Kunabo district that we were all there. Today is about Chien district and is about our representative. So we want to say we are with you in everything. We're just going to reach out to the appropriate people so that we know how to identify ourselves with the bereaved family before we leave Liberia. Again, thank you for affording me the opportunity tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you. The Honorable Tua.
Thank you, Prince. Again, as I always say, it's a wonderful opportunity of having me on your show. I want to close up by saying to you and others that whatever that I explain, I want to be crystal clear. I was, as a 9-year-old child, I was raised by the British and trained by the Americans. So I have my own way. And not because of that, I will say, oh, this is the situation. And that's what I come to you personally, asking you. He said, how can the man here, the British poor race, he spent time in London, spent time in America, and he coming and he talking about witchcraft activity. Well, I hate to say I don't believe they won't say or that won't say. What I'm saying to you is that I want to be crystal clear. Jerry Rollins, and I will quote him again, we have our own shrine in our own villages. No going and put your finger here. Somebody tell you, say, this is it. Did you see that? No. You not see that? No. Or come, you take. You know, you must say in America, you know, when you go for the alcohol test, that's the same thing there. You know how many times they're drunk and driving between Washington, D.C. as a young man when I came back here in the 90s, between Washington, D.C. and Maryland, and they will pull you over. This. I just want you to know. So, you know, to clear the doubt of people and to win re-election again and serve another term, he got to go back. And I want him to go to Queenembo. I don't want him to come to I don't want him to come back on the street. He must go to Queenembo. Let him go there to our shrine. This is our tradition. If we don't have tradition, they will not be teaching it in school. Justin Clarke, their tradition. You print double, you their tradition. Justin Toa, we study about culture and all these things. They all fall on a tradition, right? He have to go there. If he failed to go there, then that means you know how I will define it. Me, I already know.
What you know?
The thing that I know, they put flying in the night, those stories they used to be telling us in the villages, and not true. They take pause. Listen, let me tell you, if I want to kill you tonight, and you know the antifreeze we get here in America, I can take it and put my finger inside and pull it into your drink. Within 15 days, if you pass 15 days, you go to 20 days. Watch all the, my man, I'm a criminal investigator, so I'm only trying to tell you what I know. All right? Whether you have passed 15 days, you dead man. Anti-free. They're anti-free. That person, it can kill people. So in Liberia, that they get it. I don't know what I say, listen, alligator God, this or that. You don't even know go that you just go to the Lavani post store, you buy anti-free, you can't get to somebody. 21 days, the dead body. Our people not educated. And they say, oh, they witchcraft. They now witchcraft. They think they call witchcraft that evil person. Yes, I agree with them. So when I say the person that witchcraft. So when you say, why do you know? Yes, the thing I know, I can give you so many presents. I can tell you so many things over the counter right now that can kill human being. And that's why I'm telling you right here. So go ask any of your scientists or criminal investigators that really go deeper and deeper into criminal investigation. They will tell you that how Ira died, how my brother, the judge in Swedru, Paul Tina Johnson. You think I'm not asking no questions? I told the people at the hospital there, I said, hey, my brother pressure. He said yes. I said, but if my brother pressure, why you hiding the man body? My own family people today, that my own family people are involved. Now I not even start digging into it more and more. Hiding the man body. The man woman say you can't do this. They want to say you can't do this. It's the same. Where Iraq, they use the same pattern. There's something in criminal investigation called pattern. When I do it to Print Double as successful, I can do it to Justin Clarke. But I don't want to hold you up. You give me 1 minute. I want to close here. What I'm saying to you is that our people in Grand Jida should be able to understand that when you do one thing, when the people catching up with it, you must move on. The Crown people are not prepared for this. We came from war. The whole country was against Crown people. We get where some of our even got here to the United States when we're talking about justice. Some of our own brothers say, oh, the justice. And how many? I told somebody, Prince, and I said, well, Tom, where you went to jail? The any Crown person call me? They say no. I said, when Chucky Taylor went to jail, the any Crown person call me? They say no. When Mohammed Jabate went to where he Jongo Java went to jail, the any Crown person call me? They say no. But when you call them today, my own brother, you are my own brother, Gibson today. I said, my man, you journalist, you can't be partial. And that's what we talk about. Call Gibson and tell him, say you want you bring on your show, I will come on your show. I told him, I said, the Department of Homeland Security not going around looking for trap. They're looking for people who commit grave violation of human rights. And so when you come to this country, if you do the wrong thing, we will deal with it. And I'm not hiding, and that's why I called names. I'm not hiding it. And when you want to talk more, I will bring more people here to come here. The very Crown people to tell. So I'm saying that nobody against a particular group of Crown people, but people should be willing to say, this who I am. Prince Double from Queenambo, they want from Queenambo, they want from Queenambo. So Jason Toa from Queenambo. So when they call Jason Toa is different from all the other people there. So all the gossip and all these things, I can tell them, say, the only people that hold accountability in this country is the Department of Justice and Homeland Security. So if you're not here, just yeah, I want. If you even know me and Fede Kamba, we one of the two best witnesses. Fede Kamba died now. So peace be unto his arches. Yes. So that's why I'm here tonight representing. I have my own institution called Operation We Care for Grand Jida, because we don't want our people. Those days we call Operation We Care for Grand Jida, and now Operation We Care for Liberia. We transform ourselves because we feel that we don't want the number of people to look at it differently or this or that. So we ended, and the very same Madison Graham, he was the brain behind us. The president is Benagua, and if you want me, I can bring him on here. He will be telling you how Ira have been influential in the prosecutions of war crime criminals in this country. I know for the first time or Justin on this show will be here with us. So that's it, Prince. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tua. We'll be in touch.
I will tell you, I want you to get my number to Justin because that brother right now he moaning, and then me and Justin need to talk.
Okay,
Justin, I will just text my number on Prince something and then pick it up from there, please. Thank you very much.
okay. So, Mr. Clarke, let me give you the time now to kind of close up here. We've been here now for 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Dober. I really appreciate being on your show today. It's not an easy thing to do, but again, we have to keep being strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The past few days have been very tough, but again, we have to do what we have to do. Before I come to my concluding statement, let me recap the, the chronology of the activities that are ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the 16th of December, like yesterday, we received the mortal remains of the Right Honorable Era Madison Goyon
Okay.
via the Ravos International Airport. The Speaker of the House of Representatives and his entourage were there. Families, sympathizers, friends of the late hero were all there. Of course, we were there to coordinate to see that everything was in place. Thanks to some of the elders, thanks to some of the closest relatives, the siblings, and the children. So to go on the 5th of February, there will be an event, the official ceremony, which will be that the body will be lying in state on Capitol grounds at the rotunda of the Capitol building. And on the same 5th of February 2024, there will be one night of wakekeeping for the fallen hero at his residence in Duazon at Eugene Lane Community in Duazon, Lower Maghibie County.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 6th of February, there will be the departure to Zwaju Grand Judah County where other rites will be observed. Then on the 8th and 9th of February 2024, there will be 2 nights of wakekeeping in Zwaju, which will be Thursday and Friday in February.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the 10th of February 2024, there will be the funeral service at a church in Zwaju as will be designated by the family. That will be followed by interment. That is our hero.
You got a thick heart, brother. Sorry, brother. You got a thick heart.
So on the 10th will be the interment. On the 11th of February 2024 will be sort of the final family meeting, which will be held in Zwaju. And the family, as they will see fit, will disperse everybody. I mean, in a discretion. And so far, so good. That's how the forthcoming events will unfold. To conclude on this interview and on this conversation, I wouldn't call it interview, on
Mhm.
this conversation, I would like to caution all well meaning Grandians to remain calm. It is important that we be aware of distractions as we go through this difficult period. Let us be aware that people will come to distract us, as Zopeno has been doing over the past days. Let us face any attempt to disrupt these ceremonies which have just been outlined. Let us know that there are calculated attempts from our adversaries, even with the fact that Honorable is no more. They are still fighting him. Let us be aware that they will send people to provoke us, to provoke you, people of Grand Judah. But you should always remember that you are a different Grand Judah, though we yearn for social justice, though we yearn for equity, though we yearn for our country to be stable, though we do not want any form of chaos. We have to be cautious enough that we are aware of the distractionary tactics that are being put forward by Mr. Zopeno. Let us be aware of these things, because if we are not aware and we are carried away by them, it means that our mood to celebrate the life and the achievements of the Right Honorable Era Madison Goyon will not be realized. Let us ensure that we celebrate this man. Yes, the situation is very mournful. It's very mournful. But let us celebrate this man. He has brought change within our body politic as Granadians, as Liberians. He deserves to be celebrated. He does not deserve to be mourned. He deserves to be celebrated. And as we celebrate his life and achievements, let us avoid trouble. They will come. They will be on Facebook playing music, dancing, eating chicken thigh. When our brother, our hero, is lying where he alone is tonight, let us ignore our adversaries to them by eliminating Honorable Goyon. They believe that they have succeeded. But to us, we believe that they do not know that if they break the flower, you will see another germination. There will come an embryonic structure of that very flower. They must have gotten rid of him, but they cannot get rid of people of Grand Judah. They cannot get rid of the vision. And the spirit of Honorable Goyon will continue to direct the course of events that lie ahead by the special grace of God. May his soul rest in perfect peace as we continue the celebration of his life. Thank you very much. And I'm here at your disposal to give you the roadmap of the events in case we have any change in the current activities lineup. I will keep you apprised. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you very much, Justice Clark. Thank you very much. I mean, the lines are open. I will call you for any information. And thank you. Anytime I call, you always answer or you return my call. I really appreciate that. And I look forward to getting more information from you as we go on to Zwedru to lay our brother to rest. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
So that was it there from from the chief of office staff of Eva Madison. He just told everything about the 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 program, the upcoming program, and we we hope to we hope to see everything live. We got our crew on the ground. We'll make sure that Voice of Jita is there from Monrovia all the way to Zwedru, and you're going to see that. We're going to relay it here through our Facebook page too, and why the people in Zwedru will be hearing it on 88.5 as the body will be going into Zwedru. Our crew getting prepared, trying to do the same with thing we did with the quizzing thing, the graduate student quizzing thing in Monrovia back in I think September, August or September. It's the same thing we're trying to do here. Get our crew on the ground. We're going to follow the body into Grand Gita, and it's the whole process, the wake keeping, the entombment, and all that stuff, and the celebration of the brother. We're going to bring that live, but we need our viewers to help in the process too. You know that we need cash. I mean, scratch cards. So if you can donate to the process, we're going to appreciate it. That way we can bring it live to the world. I thank you, God, and we hope to you're gonna. I'm trying to get. It's kind of a. I'm trying to get some guys like take the Mark Doru and other guys from Zwedu to come and on the show maybe tomorrow to report to us the live what is going on and give us idea on actually how things are unfolding in Grand Gita County. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'm in Iowa. Jimo just came to lay my auntie to rest, and I will be going on the mat and going and sit with or be going a little bit on the mat. Then I leave the town from here. But there are a lot of mats in Iowa. Jimo. Our sister Janet Kala lost her sister. We were there last night, and then we went to Bees Mart. Then we went to. There was a lot of things with the Grand Gita Association president. Either Poir visiting or there was I think they got full mats in Iowa alone, and she visited all those areas, sat with the people, sympathized with the people, spent some time. Then she went to the other one. Then she went to the other one. I went to and I went to Janet or Kala's or sisters or funeral. I went there. Soon I got there, the people they were dancing and they had this coyote and they dancing when they choking on somebody, and then you have to go and take the coyote and go and dance. I didn't know that. So the guy threw the thing on me, and I was sitting there holding the thing. Well, they said get up, and I had to get up and go and dance, shake a little bit, and chunking on the guy. And it was a huge celebration last night on that matter. Janice Carter, or sister, she was involved in an accident, I think, a decade ago, and she been paralyzed, and she was just like in a home, and her sister's in her own house, and they had people coming in to take care of her. I think the accident that time they were I think three or four coming from job site or wherever, and two people died right on the spot. But she had to, she was lucky she didn't die. She went through, but she finally died. I think it was this month or last month, but I just buried her yesterday. So we went to the repart, and we just I didn't even know it was the president of the Grand who called me, and then I went to the repart. For that, when we sat with the family to their house, then we went to the other mat. We went to the other mat. It was a lot of stuff going on went on last night. Excuse me, I owed them more. A lot of stuff. So you have a wonderful rest of the new week. God bless everybody. We will continue to do this until this is done. Then we're going to jump to. Let me tell you one funny thing. They somebody say at the mat bees mat, the Madison's mat bees area. I was standing up, and then somebody said, uh, I mean, he took the focus on oh, just about small. I do not even man Barry. Oh, he going to take it back. So let's just about speaking about small. I said, man, just about papi. You leave the papi alone. The papi shining is sharp. So we'll see y'all. I gotta go spin around. And my daughter's already come for me. So she got carry me to go eat. Then from there. Then we'll sit down and be small in the mat. Bye. I tell her when cook me it's a cast out. She said greens or something like she's gonna cook. But I don't know what she's gonna cook. She's gonna cook from now.